people live healthier lives. U.S. Cellular, built for the Hawkeyes. Built for silencing notifications and turning up the noise. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Wimmers Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Alliant Energy, powering a clean energy future. Welcome to the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show, delivering opportunities and results for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers.
Hawkeye basketball looks to start a new winning streak tonight. The Maryland Terrapins are in Iowa City. It's a veteran Maryland team featuring star senior point guard Jameer Young. He had 19 in a loss to Michigan State on Sunday. And then inside, there's another wrecking ball, Julian Reese. Now, he's not Zach Edey, but he's 6'9", about 230. He snared 12 rebounds, 6 offensive, and blocked 3 shots against the Spartans. Reese is averaging a double-double on this season. Iowa, Tony Perkins is really on a roll for the Hawkeyes. He recorded his 4th 20-point game of the season Saturday against the Boilermakers, but his line was spectacular. 24 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Peyton Sanford added 16.7 rebounds for the Hawks. Both teams have won 11 games overall. Both are in the middle of the pack in the Big Ten. Iowa 3-4 in the conference. The Terrapins are 3-5 with lots of basketball remaining, but lots at stake tonight. This is the only regular season meeting between these two, so whoever comes out with a W has an advantage when it comes to seeding time at the Big Ten tournament. The Hawkeyes are the highest scoring team in the Big Ten at 86 points a game, and they collide with the Terrapins, who are the league's best defensive unit, allowing but 64 a game. Good evening, everybody. I'm Gary Dolphin. Bobby Hansen is as usual alongside, and we're settling in here in the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show as we prepare for the red and black of the University of Maryland and the black and gold of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Bobby, let's start tonight's prologue with keeping Owen Freeman on the floor. He played just 20 minutes Saturday against Purdue. That really hurt the Hawkeyes inside. He's the poor kid. He is a true freshman. He's been bedeviled by fouls last Saturday and really in the last several weeks.
Yeah, it has been unfortunate for Owen, Gary, and he deserves better. He deserves more respect from the referees. This kid, the 6-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week. So, hopefully they realize that they got a player on their hands here and let these guys play. But he'll have his hands full with Julian Reese. He's long, 6'10" inside guy, lefty. He's got to know he's a lefty, and just pick your spots when you want to foul. But don't take any unnecessary fouls. Both he and Ben Cricket. You can throw Ben in there. We need both those players on the floor.
I think it's safe to say that Tony Perkins is in the best stretch of his career. The senior leads the Hawkeyes in assists and steals. He's averaging 17 points in Big Ten play, shooting 47%. Tony, he has taken it to the cleaners.
Yeah, he's got the complete package here in his senior year, Gary. No doubt about it. Playing at a high level. Combo guard. He's doing a nice job handling the basketball, not turning it over. He gives you maximum effort on the defensive end. He's not afraid to take it inside, pull up at the mid-range game, and he can make a three-point shot out there. So I'm looking forward to this matchup here tonight with Jameer Young. We may not see the two of them matched up with each other. May have Josh Dix on Jameer Young, a little more size, and you don't want to expend so much energy with Tony in there, but we'll see. We'll see. It take a committee to guard this kid, Jameer Young. But to your point, Tony Perkins, nobody is playing better in the guard court in the Big Ten than what Tony showed us Saturday against Purdue. Fearless play by Perkins, number 11.
Hawkeyes will be without the rebounding and physicality of Laji Dembele. The freshman sprained an ankle pretty good at the end of the Purdue game. He could be out for an extended period, but that said, I was talking to Coach McCaffrey a little bit ago, and he said he's had a good couple days of rehab that He might be able to log some minutes at Michigan Saturday. I would guess they would hold him out as a precautionary measure, though, and have him ready for next week. But he's definitely going to miss tonight. The good news is they should have Patrick McCaffrey back. He's missed a couple games, likewise with an ankle sprain. But it will be terrific to get that 6'9" frame back in the lineup to pound on Julian Reese and others.
Yeah, absolutely. Patrick talked to him a little bit. He looked like he was in good spirits. He said he got a little bit of pain in that ankle, but he was going to give it a go. 15 to 20 minutes, get out there and just give it maximum effort. He was here early, knocking down three-point shots, hopping around here. So, it'd be good to have that size. Patrick Ewing in his attack mode offensive play for the Hawkeyes. But Laji Dembele, he was really playing good against big Zach Edey in there. He was giving him all he wanted to come up with a couple of steals. He was moving his feet, getting around the big guy, and then unfortunately stepped on somebody's foot and rolled that ankle. There's not much you can do about that.
Yeah, and it looked, these are his words. He said, I saw him after the game the other night. He said, I thought it was a lot worse than it was. This is the first serious injury of any kind he's had in his career. So he said, frankly, I said, well, you look like you're in a lot of pain. Well, he said, I had my hands over my eyes because I didn't want to look at it.
So he didn't know what it was. Yeah.
That sounds like a true freshman, doesn't it?
When you roll that ankle like that, just that immediate shock of pain, and you don't know what it is in there. But, he's a strong kid. He's got that thick lower body, and maybe he'll be a quick healer, quick recovery, and we'll get Laji back soon.
We can only hope. He's a terrific young man, and the Hawks need him desperately in terms of boards, blocking shots. He had 5 rebounds against Purdue in like 7 minutes the other day. That's a big-time number. Well, straight ahead on our U.S. Cellular pregame show, or U.S. Cellular is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeyes. It is the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Tonight's game sponsor, our friends at Green State Credit Union. Green State Credit Union is proud to serve Iowans with competitive pricing on loans, deposits, insurance, and investment products. Green State Credit Union, creating lasting value. Thank you, Green State Credit Union, for your long-term partnership with the Iowa Hawkeyes and the University of Iowa. Coming up later in our coverage here, our pregame coverage, we'll go down memory lane with our Hawkeye historical winning moment, courtesy of Riverside Casino and Golf. That's next. We'll hear from head coach Fran McCaffrey. We've got a special guest, Brad Taylor, who's a vice president for men's basketball at the Big Ten Conference. Brad's here tonight to watch these teams. Brad gives weekly, every other week, reports to the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee on who's playing well and who has a chance, in his view, to make the tournament. We'll get an insight report with Brad Taylor of the Big Ten Conference a little bit later on in our pregame coverage. For now, this is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. While farmers work hard to grow the best crop, their Iowa corn checkoff investments are hard at work too. Opening local and global markets for corn and corn-fed products, educating drivers on unleaded 88 as the best fuel at the pump, finding new uses for corn, and sharing the farmer's story. Iowa corn farmers are backed by researchers, educators, market experts, and more. To keep corn growing Iowa.
With the Hawkeyes, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes to learn more. Go Hawks!
Right now, you are not in the crowded Carver Hawkeye Arena, but you could be. You're not cheering a Hawkeye steal, fast break, and slam dunk, but you could be. Play the Hawkeye Gold scratch ticket, and you could win a VIP game day experience to see the Iowa men's basketball team. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery lets you be a part of the action. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Welcome back to the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. Biodiesel, moving Iowa forward.
Got a visit tonight from our East Coast neighbors in the Big Ten. The Maryland Terrapins are in town to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Welcome back to our Iowa Soybean Association pregame coverage. Our Hawkeye Historical Moment centers on the first time Maryland came here as a member of the Big Ten Conference. It's brought to you by our friends, the Keel family, and the great staff and employees at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Stop by for a relaxing massage at the spa after all that snow shoveling and clearing out the driveway. You deserve a nice massage at the spa at Riverside Casino and Golf. Fine dining at Ruthie's Steak and Seafood, great way to top off the day, and so much more. Visit Riverside Casino and Golf, located just minutes south of Iowa City, just off Highway 218. The first time Maryland had visited Iowa City and the first time as a member of the Big Ten Conference occurred February 8th, 2015, almost 10 years ago. Could it be that long that the Terps entered the league? Yes, it can. Time flies. In that game, Aaron White scored 17 points. Big Adam Woodbury matched a career high with 16, and the Hawkeyes throttled the then 17th ranked Terrapins 71-55. Iowa opened the game on a 22-3 run and handed Maryland its third consecutive loss on the road, all by double digits. Peter Jock, young Peter Jock, then matched a career high with 15 points for the Hawks, who improved to 16-8 and 7-4 in the Big Ten. Maryland dropped to 19-5 and 7-4. Mark Turgeon was the head coach then of the Maryland Terrapins. They got Iowa had a big lead. I remember that game, Bobby. Maryland had a big lead. Iowa had a big lead. Maryland got to within 15 midway through the second half when Coach Turgeon got a technical foul. That really slowed momentum. Mello Trimble had 20 points to lead the Terps. Iowa out-rebounded Maryland 30-19. Boy, would I take that number tonight.
Yeah, you're going to need that. You're going to see a much better rebounding effort out of the Hawkeyes tonight after what Purdue did to the Hawkeyes, especially on the offensive glass. So you got some rebounders here for Maryland, but I might say just first time we saw them back in 2015, Maryland, I think it's a great addition to the Big Ten, bringing in the Maryland Terrapins, and all their sports are strong. Their Olympic sports are strong. Women's basketball, football has been good along the way, and basketball has been national champions. So, yeah, good to see Maryland part of the Big Ten.
The home of the Hall of Famer Lefty Driesell, and Maryland, of course, a proud member of the ACC, one of the original members of the ACC. That goes back to the 1950s. So that was a big jump for Maryland almost 10 years ago. Mike Gasell, by the way, had 9 assists in that game for the Hawkeyes in that win over Maryland. And there you have it, our Hawkeye historical winning moment, courtesy of Riverside Casino and Golf. Up next, we'll check the U.S. Bank scoreboard and get an Iowa City Sports Commission women's sports update. Good news on Caitlin Clark today. You'll want to stay tuned. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
For the game to get a game program, you can download it now by visiting the game day page on HawkeyeSports.com. That's right, the game program is now digital and it's free. So check it out. Get the roster, the stats, and fascinating stories about today's matchup. Just go to HawkeyeSports.com and click on Game Day.
Right now, you are not in the crowded Carver Hawkeye Arena, but you could be. You're not cheering the Hawkeye steal, fast break, and slam dunk, but you could be. Play the Hawkeye Gold scratch ticket, and you could win a VIP game day experience to see the Iowa men's basketball team. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery lets you be a part of the action. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 Degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 Degrees. Lennox, 72 Degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Carr Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation, Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
Welcome back to Iowa City, where the Hawkeyes are getting ready to take on the University of Maryland Terrapins. Iowa's 4th home game in its last 5 outings. The Hawkeyes head out on the road to Michigan come Saturday. More on that as the evening wears on. Right now it's time to talk the Iowa City Area Sports Commission Women's Sports Update, courtesy of our friends at the Iowa City Area Sports Commission, responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments, volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much, much more. The Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org, wegotnext.org. Hawkeye senior guard Caitlin Clark was named this week to the Nancy Lieberman Top 10 watch list. Clark won the award last season and was a finalist in her sophomore and freshman year. Now in his 25th year, the Nancy Lieberman Award recognizes the top point guard in women's Division I college basketball. Clark already owns a number of records, including the Hawkeye all-time scoring, assists, and three-pointers record. She currently leads the country in total points, points per game, and assists. She's at 31.5 points a game, 154 total assists. The 5th-ranked Hawks will return home to face Nebraska this Saturday. Tip-off is set for 1 o'clock here inside what will be a sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena. The 20th-ranked Hawkeye women's gymnastics team fell a bit short to number 17 Minnesota Monday night at Maturi Pavilion in Minneapolis, 196.8 to 196.1, a tight match. The Jimhawks brought home 3 event titles and had 6 top 3 finishes. Senior Addie Kenline won both the bars and the all-around for the Hawkeyes. And sophomore Karina Munoz scored an impressive 9.9 on the beam to win that event. The Hawks will be home to face Southern Utah Friday night in Extreme Arena out in Coralville. The meet is scheduled to start at 6:30. That's our Hawkeye Women's Sports Update, courtesy of the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. Now a U.S. Bank scoreboard update before we take a break. At U.S. Bank, we know when you invest in a community, the community invests in you. U.S. Bank is committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. The Hawks and Maryland, not the only game going on in the Big Ten tonight. Following our 6 o'clock tip and broadcast, it'll be number 10 Illinois in Chicago, in Evanston to be exact, taking on the Northwestern Wildcats. Drake is on the road at Missouri State, and the 23rd ranked Iowa State Cyclones have an 8 o'clock date with Kansas State over at Hilton Coliseum. Also tonight in top 25 play, Auburn is at Alabama. Rice entertaining number 22 Florida Atlantic. 14th ranked Marquette visits DePaul in Chicago. The later games include Colorado State at Nevada and Coach Steve Alford. And then 25th ranked New Mexico State will be on the road at San Jose. That's our U.S. Bank scoreboard update as our pregame coverage courtesy of the Iowa Soybean Association continues. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Does your company attire make you feel like you're always fourth and long? It's time for a change. Hand the ball off to Authentic Brand and watch your team transform into MVPs. On game days, our team dresses like champions in Authentic Brand. Ensure that your company's reputation remains untarnished by using nothing but the label specifically designed to display your company's identity. Ask your supplier for Authentic Brand products and see for yourself why it's more than just a label. It's a statement.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. And the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Garage, indoor pool, and more. Visit melrosemeadows.com for more information.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Lots of insurance companies make promises about how much you can save if you switch over to them. Well, here's our promise. With the West Bend policy, you can save everything. Every memory, every detail, everything you've worked so hard for. Once it comes time to actually make a claim, a cheap insurance policy can really cost you. Why not protect everything that matters with a policy from West Bend? Because the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Hey, it's your friend, social media. You know, where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. Talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to. Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Thank you for joining us on the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. Iowa, leading the nation in biodiesel production.
Wednesday night basketball, Carver Hawkeye Arena. The Hawkeyes hosting the Maryland Terrapins in a 6 o'clock start coming up shortly. Welcome back to the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. Brad Taylor is here tonight. He's a vice president of the Big Ten in his second year, vice president for men's basketball. He sees just about everything there is to see with the league's 14 teams, and of course he's got 4 more added to the list starting next year with Washington, Oregon, USC, and UCLA. Brad Taylor from Chicago, went to Homewood Flossmoor High School. He gives a weekly update to the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee on the play of Big Ten basketball teams top to bottom. And he's here tonight to watch the Hawkeyes and the Terrapins.
Yeah, for when I go on the road, basically I'm looking for teams. Just, I have to report out to the NCAA committee once every month about how our teams are doing. So it's always good to see them on the floor and not just watching them on tape. So, we've got Iowa and both Iowa and Maryland. They're in the kind of the middle of the pack right now, but I think that there's both of them have opportunity to rise up the Big Ten ranks, but also kind of peek into the NCAA tournament discussion if they can keep getting some more wins.
It's your second year with the Big Ten. You've been around. Went to school in Missouri. Broke some ground at Southern Illinois. It's got to be a fun job for you.
Yeah, it's a great job. I get to watch. One of the things I get to do is watch basketball. But we also, there's a lot of stuff that kind of goes into that. We've got some new teams coming in next year, and right now we're looking at trying to change up our scheduling or look at our scheduling process, look at what we're going to do for the tournament. So it's a fun time. I mean, we have some great basketball teams that are playing well. We got some ranked teams, and every day is a new day. With some great competition going on.
You mentioned 2 teams tonight in the middle of the pack, the Hawkeyes and the Terrapins. The NCAA Selection Committee is not above taking 8-9 teams annually for slots in the tournament out of the Big Ten, respecting, understanding how good of a league it is.
Yes, I mean, that's one thing that we try to empower our teams to do throughout the non-conference. Schedule some quality opponents, because non-conference does matter. Because we know that once you get to conference season, it's a gauntlet. We don't really have some conferences have a top and a bottom. We have a top, but then we have everybody else. And we don't have a game where people say, hey, I'm looking for that team because we can get a win. There is no easy game. Right now, I believe the home teams are winning on about an average of a 75% right now. So you're not really getting an opportunity to win on the road. So, and that's tough. I mean, for our conference. So, but there's some teams right now that are doing that. But we've got one of the toughest conferences in the country, and I think that they show it day in, day out.
Well, I can guarantee you, after personally witnessing Purdue on Saturday, I don't know if they're head and shoulders above everybody else, but with Wisconsin, with Illinois, with Purdue, you've got a pretty good triple-headed monster there.
Yes, we do. I mean, we've got all 3 of those teams have won quality games on the road. They've protected their home court. And, there's the best is set to come. So I think that, we just have to I would say just get your popcorn ready and watch those teams play. But here, with Iowa, they're one of the most efficient teams out there in our league. When you look at Ken Palm on the offensive efficiency, Coach McCaffrey's done a great job. And kudos to him with setting the all-time Big Ten wins record for Iowa, and then also just recently setting the overall Iowa record for most games win. He's done a great job. And I've got a chance to watch them a couple times this season, so looking forward to watching them here on campus. Also looking forward to seeing Maryland. They started off the season really tough, and I think right now they've hit a good swing where they've got Jameer Young playing very well. They've got Julian Reese and Scott playing well. And they're a tough team. They got a big win a week ago on Illinois, so they know how to win on the road, and but Iowa knows how to protect their home. So I'm looking forward to seeing a great crowd here and seeing some great competition.
Thank you, Brad Taylor, Vice President for Big Ten men's basketball, here in town tonight from the home office in Chicago, checking out Maryland and the Iowa Hawkeyes, and he likes both teams. Of course, it's not unlike the NCAA to go 8-9 deep when it comes tournament selection time. We shall see. Congratulations to our United Healthcare Small Business Spotlight winner this week, Base Point Wealth. Proudly headquartered in Cedar Rapids, Base Point Wealth, fee-only advisors, provides independent and transparent wealth management advice to clients throughout the state of Iowa. For more information and important disclosures, please visit basepointwealth.com. That's basepointwealth.com. And it's a new season at Kohl's. Find fresh, everyday styles for you and your home at great prices. Shop Kohl's at Kohl's.com today. Up next, Iowa basketball coach Fran McCaffrey joins us in our pregame huddle. He's presented by your Iowa John Deere dealers. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen. 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon when you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called. It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
True cannabis products like concentrates, vapes, tablets, creams are available legally in Iowa, but only at licensed medical dispensaries. Get a med card online, quick and easy. I got mine in less than a day. Chronic pain is the most common condition. Search for Bud & Mary's online or call their dispensary to learn how you can get your med card. Bud & Mary's grows real cannabis, not hemp. That means their products contain real THC with no percentage limits. Find an Iowa licensed dispensary near you at budmary.com.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 degrees. Lennox, 72 degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
Hawkeyes and the Terrapins tonight here at Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City. No freezing rain or heavy snow to worry about. Temperature about 35 degrees. Hop in the car, come on over to Carver if you're within reaching distance before tip-off. Tickets are available at the window. It's Suits and Sneakers Week. The Howard family will be here tonight, in particular Steve representing his parents Dale and Marilyn. Dale up in Iowa Falls, so instrumental in the creation of the Coaches versus Cancer event here in Iowa. Right now it's time to hear from Coach Fran McCaffrey. Coach McCaffrey, speaking of involved with Coaches versus Cancer, is sponsored by your Iowa John Deere dealers. The great Iowa John Deere dealers from north to south, including Van Wall Equipment in Iowa Falls.
Coach, suffice it to say that Tony Perkins is in the best stretch of his career. He's averaging 17 points in Big Ten play, 50 assists to just 11 turnovers. He really has been an artist on the floor for you.
when he's playing hard at both ends, he really competes, as you know, always has. That's kind of his DNA. But I'm just really pleased with how he's leading this team. That's what we asked him to do, and that's what he's doing.
Lodgy Dembele sprained an ankle pretty good in that Purdue game Saturday. What's the update on Lodgy? And it's good to see Patrick out there in sweats running around shooting.
Yeah, Patrick's going to play. We're going to bring him off the bench. We'll see if he can play 15 minutes or so, maybe 20, depending upon how he feels. Lodgy, unfortunately, will not play. He is getting better. I am optimistic. I don't know about Saturday. Hopefully Saturday. If not, maybe the following week. But he's really been diligent with his rehab. And you're right. He's been playing so well. I thought he was terrific in the last 2 games.
5 rebounds against Purdue. I mean, that's a good number for a guy who's in his first year.
Especially for a guy who only played 12 minutes. I wanted to get him in there even more. There's a little bit of foul trouble, which everybody does against them, but he just really battled, and his plus minus has been really good the last 2 games.
Coach, Maryland features a pair of all Big Ten preseason selections in Jameer Young and Julian Reese. Young's got over 2,300 career points. That's a gaudy number. Reese at 6'9", a tremendous rebounder, and Donta Scott is another veteran fifth-year guy. They might be one of the older teams you'll face this year.
Yeah, those 3 guys are a handful. I mean, Donta Scott, more games in a Maryland uniform than any other player in the history of the program. He's a gamer. He can score at 3 different levels. Reese is an offensive threat, but he's also a defensive threat. Shot blocker. A guy that you got to decide are we going to double team him or not. And a guy who's got 2,300 points. That's the second most of present college basketball players. That's a bucket getter. He's at 30 in the last 4 road games in each of those games. So obviously those 3 guys are going to be getting our attention.
Coach, Kevin Willard's in his second year as the head of the program. He came over from Seton Hall. I know you're very familiar with him. What style of play does Kevin like to engage in?
Well, Kevin's going to press. He's going to change some defenses. He plays a little 2-2-1 back to a 2-3 zone. It switches to man. They're going to be in your face when they're man-to-man, do a lot of switching. But his teams are always incredibly well prepared, and they really compete. A lot of respect for him. As you said, I coached against him when he was at Iona and I was at Siena. And then we also played against each other when he was at Seton Hall and I was here.
Suits and Sneakers Week, the Howard family will be present tonight. Steve representing his mom and dad, Dale and Marilyn. Dale was big in the creation of the Iowa fundraiser, the Iowa chapter of Coaches versus Cancer. I know that's a cause very dear to you.
Well, in particular in this state, because of Dale Howard. He really got the 4 of us together, going back many years ago. And the event that we run in the springtime, the gala with all 4 Division I head coaches in our state, has really blossomed. We used to be in the neighborhood of $100,000 on that event, and now we're up around $600,000. It's really grown, and it's really because of the Howard family. So generous, and it's also just great to see those guys every spring. Everybody's there, and they all step up. I've been friends with Scotty for many years in this business, even before I met Dale. So we're just so thankful for the Howard family, and we're glad to be here tonight.
Fran, in conclusion, a couple early keys on handling the Terps.
Got to handle the pressure and got to rebound. We did not do a good job rebounding. Purdue's a tough team to rebound against, but we did not do a good job rebounding the ball in the last game. Have to be better tonight. Very athletic team. Got to get down and guard and try to get our transition going.
Coach, thanks for your time as always.
Appreciate it, Duff.
Our pregame visit with Coach McCaffrey is sponsored by Van Wall Equipment. Nothing runs like a deer, especially when supported by the team at Van Wall Equipment. Stop by one of their locations and learn how to farm better, work smarter, and play harder when you run with Van Wall and John Deere. Bobby Hansen is up next with his Club Car Wash keys to a Hawkeye victory over Maryland. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
With the Hawkeyes, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes to learn more. Go Hawks!
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
This is the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day.
I want to welcome members of the Iowa Association of County Conservation Board employees. Big convention going on out at the Hyatt Regency out in the Iowa River Landing in Coralville, where we host the Hawk Talk program with Fran McCaffrey each and every week. They've been in town since Monday. 200 strong, approaching 200. Welcome to President Matt Morris out of Butler County, Vice President Kurt Cable from Dallas County, and Josh Brandt, who is the main contact with the group from Cerro Gordo County, with the entire state represented here at the Iowa Association of County Conservation Board employees. They do a great job, Bobby Hansen, keeping our wildlife in shape, and of course the prairie grasslands and beyond. Yeah, less hills to the Mississippi River.
Do a great job. We got some beautiful country here in the state of Iowa, and got some beautiful parks, county parks, state parks. But those people that are working in the county level, we appreciate all their hard work.
And we appreciate your hard work, especially when it comes to your insight, Bobby Hansen, and the Club Car Wash keys to the game. Brought to you by the official car wash of the Hawks, Club Car Wash, with unlimited membership starting at only $20 a month. There's no better time to join the club. Visit clubcarwash.com and find a location nearest you. Well, this Maryland team is veteran. They've been tested. Many of these guys are 5th and 6th year players, and it all starts with Jameer Young.
Yeah, it does. He's the main emphasis, Gary, no doubt. He's a transfer from Charlotte, University of Charlotte. You heard Fran talk about he scored over 2,300 points in his entire college career so far, so that's a lot. That's a lot of points, and right now he's averaging 21, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. There's not a lot of people doing that at the college level, so you got to start your defense, your game planning with Jameer Young. He is a lefty, 6'1". He is number 1 out there playing at an all-American level. On the road, Gary, this is an amazing stat. Coach talked about it. I read it earlier this week, but he's averaging over 30 points a game in his last 4 road games, true road game. 37 at UCLA and 36 at Northwestern. He had a big game against Illinois as well when they won that one. So we're looking forward to this matchup. Maybe Tony Perkins, probably Josh Dix to start out, but everybody's going to be on him. Bowen, DeSante Bowen, Brock Harding, they're all going to get a shot at him, but it's going to take a complete team effort to keep that lefty under control. You can't let Jameer Young go 30-plus here tonight. Second key is going to be rebounding. We all know the numbers versus Purdue. It's got to be better. Maryland has Julian Reese, Dante Scott, along with Jordan Geronimo in that starting lineup. They'll attack the offensive glass. So you got to do your work early, put a body on them, and make them come over the top of you. You cannot give up a lot of offensive rebounds and expect to win here tonight. I expect a much better job on the glass tonight out of our Hawkeyes. In particular, Owen Freeman will be roaming that paint in there. Tony Perkins will be sticking his nose in there, getting some rebound. Peyton Sanford, one of our leading rebounders, he'll be on the glass as well. Third key that I see is how you handle their press. A 2-2-1, 3-quarter court press. Saw Maryland versus Northwestern earlier a couple of weeks ago. They try to turn you over in the back court, get some easy baskets. On the flip side, Terrapins turn it over themselves. 18 turnovers in the loss at home versus Michigan State. So you could see 3 different defenses on the same possession, Gary. You start that 2-2-1, they drop back 2-3, and then they'll switch to a man-to-man with about 10 seconds to go. So they are the number 1 team defensively in the Big Ten, giving up just 64 a game. We need to get the tempo going in the Hawkeye favor. You get to 80, I think you win the basketball game tonight. No one this year, no opposing opponent, has hit 80 points, whether in a win or a loss, against Maryland here. So that's the goal, get to 80 points. I think it'd be tough for Maryland to keep up.
You bring up a good point. Maryland giving up but 64 points a game. Maryland, Michigan State, and Rutgers are the top 3 points allowed teams in the conference. The good news is Maryland only scores 64 points a game due to, you mentioned it, a lot of turnovers. They turn the ball over, 18-19 at Northwestern. But they did beat Illinois in Champaign. That one got my attention watching that game a week or 2 ago, Bobby, 76-67. But for Illinois to only score 67 points against Maryland's defense, that tells you just how good they've been. Those are Bobby Hansen's Club Car Wash. Keys to the game. Visit the club, clubcarwash.com, and find a location nearest you. Well, Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. They each offer guest spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, a pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff at the Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton take care of you and your family when you next visit Hawkeye Country. Iowa, Maryland coming up shortly. The Mid-American Energy starting lineups and the Farmers State Bank tip-off are next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
To the action with the Fight for Iowa podcast. Join host Gary Dolphin as he takes you behind the scenes with Hawkeye coaches, athletes, and alumni. Tune in weekly on HawkeyeSports.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Your front row seat to Hawkeye athletics.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Hey Hawk fans, this message is for anyone looking for that first job, or maybe a job that's actually fun. The Wigan Pen in Ankeny is hiring.
The Wigan Pen is locally owned and offers flexible hours
with competitive pay and a fun environment.
Stop by anytime, Wednesday through Sunday to apply.
The Wigan Pen in Ankeny, serving tantalizing sandwiches, soups, salads, and famous signature pizzas from the Flying Tomato to Chicago Deep Dish, and quenching your thirst with a full bar and a wide selection of beer on tap while you watch the game. The Wigan Pen Pizza Pub. Eat, drink, work, and play. Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area, Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Royal Flooring has everything you and your home needs from the floors up. We proudly serve Des Moines area homes as your local one-stop shop for flooring, tile appliances, cabinetry, countertops, and more. Visit shoproyalflooring.com to give your home the royal treatment today.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
We're back in Iowa City for the Hawkeyes and the Maryland Terrapins. Time now for the starting lineups, courtesy of Mid-American Energy. But first, Green State Credit Union is tonight's game sponsor. Proud to serve Iowans with competitive pricing on loans, deposits, insurance, and investment products. Green State Credit Union, creating lasting value. Thank you, Green State Credit Union, for your long-term partnership with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now the starting lineups, courtesy of Mid-American Energy. Mid-American makes reliability a slam dunk with a balanced energy mix of wind, solar, and other sources that ensure you always have the power you can count on. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. For the visiting Terrapins of the University of Maryland under second-year head coach Kevin Willard, 11-8 overall, 3-5 in the Big Ten. Jameer Young, they're all Big Ten. Fifth-year senior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, averages 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He is the drive shaft, as Bobby likes to say, of this team. Also at a guard, Deshaun Harris-Smith, talented freshman from Woodbridge, Virginia, averaging 7 points, 5 rebounds, 6'5". Julian Reese, the man in the middle, he's been there for a while, 6'9", 230-pound junior out of Baltimore. Number 3 rebounder in the Big Ten, averaging 10 boards, 13 points. Jordan Geronimo, 6'6" senior from Newark, New Jersey. Used to be, if that name sounds familiar, he started his career in Indiana. And he's gifted as well out of St. Paul's School in New Hampshire, averaging 6 points, 4 rebounds. And Donta Scott, 6'8", 230-pound fifth-year senior from Philadelphia, has played in nearly 150 career games, started 133. He's at 11 points, 5 rebounds. For the Hawkeyes, Josh Dix will again start at guard, the 6'5" sophomore from Council Bluffs. Tony Perkins, coming off a 24.5 rebound, 4 assist game against Purdue, will start at the other guard. Tony's averaging 14 and 4. Peyton Sanford, 14.7 rebounds a game for the 6'7" junior from Hawkeyes. He's number 2 in the Big Ten and made threes with 22. Ben Krikke, Iowa's leading scorer at 17 points, 5 rebounds a game, is a 6'9", 245-pound grad transfer from Valparaiso. And Owen Freeman, 6'10", 230-pound freshman from Moline High School. Owen's putting up 11 points and 6 rebounds. Those are the Mid-American Energy starting lineups. The Farmers State Bank tip-off, Iowa and Maryland, is coming up next. Thank you, Farmers State Bank. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/corngrowsiowa.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com to get started. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
With the Hawkeyes, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes to learn more. Go Hawks!
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by 988 Lifeline. If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. West Bend, the silver lining. Mid-American Energy. Look up, look out for overhead power lines. Visit midamericanenergy.com for electrical safety tips. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. By your local Ford dealers. And by Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. It's game time.
Out of Peyton Sanford, across the court to McCaffrey. Here's Sanford for three more. Yes, sir! Could be four. And a foul.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with well-marked Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Here's Gary Dolphin and Bobby Hansen.
Welcome back to coverage of Iowa-Maryland Big Ten basketball on this Wednesday night. The weather was fine today. Wherever you are, you've probably experienced some dense fog, maybe freezing rain. The dividing line seemed to be along Highway 20 last night, Interstate 80 this morning, but hopefully everybody's safe and sound. And if you're not at the game, you're about to enjoy it on the Hawkeye Radio Network, 50 stations strong. As a matter of fact, why don't we pause 10 seconds for station identification, go around the Hawkeye Radio Network, and let our outstanding All-American lineup identify themselves. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Hawkeye Radio Network stretching far and wide across Iowa and the Midwest. Covered from every corner in the state, from Larchwood to Keokuk and New Albany to Hamburg and every place in between. Thanks for tuning in to the Hawkeye Radio Network for Iowa and Maryland. The Terps and the Hawkeyes both with 11 victories. Iowa 11-7. Maryland one additional game in hand at 11-8. Hawks are 3-4 in the Big Ten, a half a game ahead of the Terps, who are 3-5. This Maryland team under the direction of second-year head coach Kevin Willard spent a lot of successful years at Seton Hall. It's veteran, it's tough, it's savvy, and it starts with Jameer Young, 23 points a game. He and only Zach Edey is ahead of Jameer Young at 25 a game, Bobby, and it seems like we've been watching Jameer play for many, many years, not just 5.
Talented lefty, about 6'1", solid point guard. You're going to push tempo a little bit, but they're going to make you guard ball screen action. He's going to try to get back to that left hand. Take a complete team effort to corral him, know where he's at all times. I like our chances, though, with Josh Dix, Tony Perkins, Desante Bowen, and Brock Harding, the 4-headed point guards.
Our officials for tonight's game are Paul Selk, Earl Walton, and Kevin Brill, all veterans of the Big Ten Wars. Tonight's opening tip is sponsored by our friends at Farmers State Bank. Farmers State Bank earned $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch of Farmers State Bank. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com. That's myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval. Minimum $50 deposit. Requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. Lineups have been officially introduced. While we have a moment, let's send out congratulations to our buddy Tom Izzo, the head coach at the Michigan State Spartans. Tom got his 699th win
versus Maryland team
a couple days ago. Yes, he's got 500 Big Ten career games under his belt, and he's approaching 700 wins at Michigan State University. You speak of longevity, and we talk about Iowa having 2 football coaches in 40, 45 years. Coach Izzo, I mean, he always looks like he's about to pop a vein in his forehead, but he keeps going and going and going. He's one of my all-time favorite people, let alone basketball coaches.
Yeah, he's a coach, no doubt about it. Been on Judd Heathcote's staff as an assistant coach forever, and then elevated to that head coaching position. So if he's listening tonight, congratulations to the Uper from the Upper Peninsula there in Michigan,
That's
Iron
right.
Mountain, Michigan.
The UP, don't you know? All right, the Hawks send out Sanford and Perkins, Josh Dix, Ben Krikke, and Owen Freeman in the home white uniforms with the black and gold trim. The Terrapins have Julian Reese already standing in the center jump circle, joined by Jordan Geronimo, the former Indiana Hoosier, Donta Scott, Jameer Young, who's in the backcourt, Dante Scott, I guess that's pronounced, spelled D-O-N-T-A, pronounced Dante. He chopped the Y off some time ago, apparently. And Deshaun Harris-Smith. Paul Selk to throw the ball in the air, and we're underway in Iowa City. Reese out jumps Owen Freeman and tips it into the backcourt to Jameer Young.
It will be Josh Dix drawing the assignment on the All-American candidate, Jameer Young.
And he'll be getting some help, no doubt. Here's Harris-Smith. Now right wing to Young. They pitch it inside to Reese. Whirls in on Owen Freeman. Jump hook is up and no good short. Good defense by Owen out of the gate.
Forced him a little deeper than he wanted to be. Shot a 12-footer instead of an 8-footer.
Tony Perkins finds Dix in the near corner after the Maryland miss. Now, Ben Krikke wants the ball. He's got a smaller defender on him. That would be Jordan Geronimo. Krikke drives around him. Oh, and misses the layup. He did a beautiful move, a double move, and the only thing he did wrong is he didn't finish the shot.
With the right hand, they forced him. They took away that left over the right shoulder, came back with the right hand. I thought he had an easy one.
Owen Freeman with a near steal. Poke of a pass away from Julian Reese into the seats. Harris-Smith tried to enter from the left wing in front of the Iowa bench. Both teams have misfired on their opening offensive possession. Now Deshaun Smith will lob it in. Does so to Dante Scott. Jameer Young.
Hawks 2-3 zone.
On point. Here's a catch and a shoot from the left wing. And a 3-ball is good by Dante Scott. He's a capable shooter. 40%, nearly 40% from 3. And he knocked that one in. Terps have the opening lead. Here's Perkins on a give and go with Freeman. Freeman, reverse layup. Good. A little jump hook. Reese had him covered up, so he used the rim for protection, went under and out the other way.
Nice little play there. Two-man game. Tony Perkins and Owen Freeman. Owen caught the pass, and nice up and under move. Protected the shot with the rim. Keep it away from Julian Reese.
3-2 Maryland. We played a minute and a half on Mediacom court. Here's Harris-Smith. Jump pass right through the arms of Reese and out of bounds. A turnover on the Terps.
Bullet pass.
I don't think Reese was expecting that pass. I think he thought The man with the ball was going to the rim, and it pass whizzed right by him. Turnover on the Terps.
They are turnover prone.
They are. That was an unforced error there. Perkins looks to give the Hawks the lead. Drives a pass left wing for Dix. Left of the lane for Owen Freeman, and he walked with it. A great move. The problem is he didn't put the ball on the floor before he picked that pivot foot up.
I guess he did not keep the pivot foot down, as you said there, Gary, and just a quick spun over the side of Julian Reese. Got an easy one, but wipe it away.
3-2 Maryland. 2 minutes gone opening half. Terps with the ball. Here's Harris Smith to Jameer Young. His jump pass knocked away by Perkins. Stolen away by Freeman. Down to Perkins and a monster dunk. A hammer down dunk. He flushed it, did Perkins. Iowa has the lead 4-3 off the second Maryland turnover.
Yeah, good defense forces another turnover by Maryland. Ben Cricky, the heads up outlet pass to Tony Perkins, streaking down the middle of the court for the dunk.
That was some kind of jam by Tony. That was a statement. Here's Dante Scott behind the back dribble. Running left-handed hook in the lane, no good. Good defense again by Peyton Sanford. Hawks clear it out. 17:29 to play in the first half. Iowa with the lead at 4-3. Perkins muscles his way inside, hits the pop-up jumper. Top of the key, just inside the key, about 12 feet away. And Tony Perkins picks right up where he left off Saturday.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, he is playing at a high level, and back-to-back baskets now for TP.
Hawks have scored the last 6 after Maryland took a 3-0 lead. Now Scott can't find anybody open. Just avoided the 5-second call. Found Deshaun Harris way out on the right side. They give him a screen. He gets inside, and a running left-handed hook, no good again. And it's out of bounds to Iowa. Good job by Owen Freeman. Warding off Jordan Geronimo's trying to get that loose ball. Maryland's getting inside, but they're throwing up some wild shots.
Yeah, really good job by Owen Freeman of keeping Jordan Geronimo on his backside. Could have called a foul on Geronimo.
Here's a 3 by Peyton Sanford, his first of the night, no good. Put back is no good by Cricky. Cricky keeps it alive. It's knocked to the corner and out of bounds. Last touch by Owen Freeman. Ben Cricky hasn't found the range yet. Boy, he's getting good looks. It'll be Maryland basketball, 16:40 to play in the first half. Harris Smith hit a 3 to start the game. The Hawks have run in 6 straight since then.
Yeah, Dante Scott with that 3, but you want rebound numbers? Hawks up 4-1. Good start on the glass.
Very good start. So we play on. Here's Harris Smith with it. Holds up left of the lane. Now for Young in the corner, front of the Iowa bench. Jameer is yet to get a clean look. Good job, Josh Dix. Now a baseline drive by Geronimo. Just lost the ball out of bounds. Put the dribble on the floor, took off to the basket, didn't bring the ball with him. 3 turnovers on Maryland.
Crazy how many turnovers they're going to have here, but they just careless with the basketball.
That's 2 out of the 3 have been unforced. Now the Hawks try to take advantage, up 6-3. Perkins out left of the circle for Dix. He's guarded by Deshaun Harris Smith. Takes him in deep, into the paint to Owen Freeman. Freeman right of the lane now to Tony Perkins. Uses a Freeman screen. Push-up jump shot, a little strong. And the rebound to the Terps. Racing down the floor is Deshaun Harris Smith. The high bounce dribble left hand. Now to the wing. Here's a standstill 3. No good. Missed everything. Into the game is Kaiser Jr. He jumped in there on me. Jamie Kaiser, a freshman from Burke, Virginia. Missed everything. He did catch the square, and it goes out of bounds to Iowa.
Hawks on a 6-0 run.
Good start for the Hawkeyes. 15:47 to play in the opening period. 6-3 Iowa. Hawk fans, you can drive your team to a win this season by filling up with unleaded 88 from Quick Rewards and Quick Start. Fuel up with 8 gallons or more of unleaded 88. You're automatically entered for a chance to win great prize packages throughout the season. Quick Start, proud partner of Hawkeye basketball. We're at Carver Hawkeye Arena. We're just getting started. We got room for you. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Hawkeyes on top of Maryland out of the gate, 6-3. Maryland got the first basket on a long three by Dante Scott. Hawks have responded with outstanding defense to run in the next 6.
They have forced 3 turnovers on Maryland. Each of those have led to some runouts there. Points off turnovers, 2 for Iowa. Nothing for Maryland. The Hawks doing a good job taking care of the basketball. I like to start. Rebound numbers, 5-3. Favor of the Hawks.
Iowa with just 1 turnover to 3 for the Terrapins. We'll follow that trend. Iowa basketball after the missed jump shot by the Terrapins. Here's Perkins, who's got 4 of the Iowa 6. Lobs a feed left of the lane to Owen Freeman. Right back to Tony. Now in the near corner for Dix. Dix takes the dribble center of the floor, chased by Jameer Young. Now around Young all the way to the basket. Good move. Missed the jump shot, though. Young forced him to fire it up there a little stronger than he wanted to, and Maryland with a rebound. Good finish on the defense by Jameer Young. He is yet to score, which is unusual, averaging 23 a game.
Yet to take a shot.
Here's Reese, spins to the baseline right. Shot is up, no good. Outstanding defense again by Freeman. Good early sign. They're letting him play inside. Peyton Sanford with a good move left to right. Step back jumper down through, and a score for Peyton. His first soft touch deadened off the front of the rim and down through. 8-3 Iowa with 14:50 to play in the first half. Dick's doing a terrific job fronting Young. Here's Reese double team. Out of the wing. Pass for Harris Smith. Right back to Reese, and a foul on the floor. On the double team, they're either going to get Freeman or Perkins. And it's on Owen. So no more Owen Freeman. Harris Smith comes out. And Jahari Long, a senior from Houston, 6'5" wing.
He'll take it free. Cover him up out there.
Jahari Long shoots 31% from 3, averages 5 points off the bench. There's a catch on the lane on the inbounds pass, and somebody forgot about Dante Scott. He slid between 2 Hawkeyes and got an easy layup on the inbounds play. That ends a 4.5-minute drought for the Terrapins. 8-5 Iowa. Cricky gets inside. And his jump shot catches between the iron and the glass. So that's a jump ball, and it'll stay with the Hawkeyes.
A lot of lower body contact there. The forearm on Ben, pushing him out a little bit further than he wanted to be.
Julian Reese comes out, and Caleb Swanton-Roger out of Calgary, Alberta, 6'11" sophomore, comes into the game. Likewise, Noah Batchelor, a sophomore from Frederick, Maryland. That's a young Maryland team out there right now. They're a lot younger than when they started the ball game. Here's Dix. Iowa basketball leading 8-5. Freeman for Perkins. Wants to put a move, goes baseline right. He's doubled, hits a cutting Cricky, and good defense by Maryland's, I believe it was Jahari Long, as he got in Cricky's way and forced a turnover. Ben traveled with it. That's 2 turnovers on the Hawks. Iowa's really stumbled in its last couple possessions with the basketball. Maryland has tightened up the defense. Maryland ball, 8-5 Iowa. 13:50 to play first half. There's Young. Throws into the corner right through the mitts of Jahari Long. 4 turnovers on Maryland, and 3 of the 4 had nothing to do with Iowa's defense.
Just dropping the ball. A little butterfinger action that time from Maryland. And Jameer Young is get any points here. He's just going to have to take over.
Dix to Cricky for the Hawkeyes. Iowa doesn't want to go 3 possessions in a succession without a score. Here's a give and go. Cricky right baseline from Peyton Sanford. They cover him up. Maryland in that zone. Here's a drive inside. Peyton just flicked it up there. A lot of contact, but no call. Maryland. That ball had no chance to go in. Young all the way for Maryland. Leaves it in the corner for Batchelor. Jump shot short. Cleared by Peyton Sanford. We're running the other way. 13-13 to play. Tony Perkins open, trailing with a 3. No good. That's strong. Run down in the corner by Cricky. Great hustle. Right back to Perkins. A jump pass is intercepted. Knocked away and a foul on Peyton Sanford. Both teams a little ragged here.
Yeah, unfortunate foul that time on Peyton. Just going for the loose ball. Ran into the Maryland player and picks up his first.
Tough jump pass. Perkins tried to get it down low to Cricky. And it was knocked away, and Peyton commits the foul trying to get the loose ball. Freeman is out. Evan Bronze comes in. And that's Patrick McCaffrey steps on the floor. Good to see Patrick back. Missed a couple games with an injured ankle. And we play on. 7 minutes gone. 13 minutes to play in the half. Still 8-5. Here's Young. He got away with a walk. Drives inside. Misses the running jumper. Bronze with a strong clear out. Up the far sideline comes Peyton Sanford. Crossover on to Sean Harris-Smith. Smith almost took the ball away from behind. Here's a pass to McCaffrey, center of the floor. Got a much smaller defender on him. Patrick can put it on the floor and does so, but lost the ball. Turnover, Iowa. Here comes Jordan Geronimo out with a run out and a layup at the other end. Iowa turnover leads to Maryland points. Now it's 8-7 Iowa. 12:25 to play. First half. Sanford right of the lane to Cricky, who is yet to score. Ben's had some good looks. Swings through the lane with the dribble. And here's a corner pass to Perkins, who immediately went to Evan Bronze, who was cutting into the lane, and he was fouled. A grab on Geronimo.
Should be a couple free throws coming for Evan.
I'm not sure he was in the act of shooting.
Nope, on the floor. You're right.
Yeah. Looked like he was going to put the ball on the floor. And not a shooting foul. Fran's not happy about the call, but Hawks will play it in right of the goal. In it comes to Cricky from Perkins. Ben retreats to the wing. 12:10 to play in the half. Here's Peyton Sanford. Draws a double team right of the lane. Hits a cutting Tony Perkins. Shot up and good, and a foul call with the left hand. That drew the contact. Tony switched hands in midair, tucked it down through, and an and one.
That's just typical of the way he's been playing, Gary, in his senior year, just attacking down the middle of the paint. Fearless basket that time by Tony Perkins. Took the hit, and as you said, switched over with the left hand and got it to drop. Free throw coming.
Perkins has 6 of the 10, and hopefully this free throw completes the and one. The three-point play puts Iowa up 4, 11-7. It was a welcome sequence there. Iowa gone a bit without scoring. Now the 1-2-2 press by the Hawkeyes. They double-team Smith, and they did not beat the 10-second shot clock. Another Maryland turnover. Timeout on the floor.
Yeah, that is turnover number 5 now on the Terrapins. Good job, Patrick McCaffrey out front there. That just keeping that ball in the backcourt. Got the 10-second call.
Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by Mid-American Energy. Set up the best zone defense from home heating costs this winter. Tune up your furnace, seal up the drafts around your home, and visit MidAmericanEnergy.com to find more ways to keep warm with less energy. Mid-American Energy, a proud supporter of Hawkeye basketball. Iowa 11, the Terps 7. 11:54 to play in the half. This is Hawkeye basketball, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and Learfield.
Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
What happens when you call your insurance company?
If you have water in your basement, press 1.
Most big companies have a recorded message or an app.
If you are in your living room and see sky when you look up, press 2.
But when something bad happens, you just want to talk to a person. On a day like that, that phone line can end up feeling like a lifeline. At a time like that, you want a company like West Bend, because the worst brings out our best.
If there is a tree in your bedroom, press 3.
Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation, Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon when you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called? It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loans subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
Hawkeyes in Maryland struggling shooting until a moment ago. Tony Perkins with a big three-point play as the Hawkeyes up 11-7. Perkins, Bobby Hansen, he's been the story. 7 of the 11 points.
7 points, got an assist, got a steal in the action. He's 3 out of 5 from the floor, but you can just see the confidence in that fifth-year guy. It just goes up every time he handles the ball. He's got that look on him. He's going to take you all the way to the hoop and dunk on you.
Almost as many turnovers as points, and you credit both defenses for playing solid in the half court. Maryland's flipped it over 5 times. And in all fairness, 3 or 4 of those have been unforced. The Hawks have 4 turnovers, due in large part to Maryland's defense. Both teams hopefully now almost at the midway point of the first half will settle down and continue to solve each other. 11:54 to play in the half. It's 11-7 in favor of the Hawkeyes. Iowa basketball is sponsored by U.S. Cellular, a proud sponsor of the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Hawks trying to build on a 4-point lead. Bronze, a screen for Perkins. Down the right side of the lane, holds up, reverses dribble. He's chased by Jameer Young. Maryland now man-to-man. 5 to shoot. Payton's going to have to force something up and misses a 3. Shot clock violation. The Hawkeyes will play defense. What Fran McCaffrey's upset about it.
Well, he dropped the ball. Julian Reese hit the ball out of bounds. Should have been like 1 on the shot clock.
Ah, all right. Well, the shot clock
said it
went off, and it's a turnover on the Hawkeyes. That's how good Maryland's interior defense has been. Here's Young, double teamed. Gets it to teammate on the wing. This is Noah Batchelor, good three-point shooter. Here's a step-back 3, in and out, no good. Maryland is 1 for 4 from distance. Scott, who has the only 3 ball, missed that one. McCaffrey in transition scores on a jump shot right of the lane. Patrick got the ball midcourt, took it all the way in deep, and hit the 10-footer.
Yeah, got playing off 2 feet right there. A little jump stop about the right elbow there, and squared his body up and got the first one to drop.
Iowa on top of the Terrapins, 13-7. Young gets a screen from Julian Reese. Now to Dante Scott. Big man palms the basketball. Leaves it for Jahari Long in the corner. Now they get it inside as Scott posts up on Peyton Sanford. Throws out top. Here's a long 3 banked in. A bank shot 3 by Jahari Long. Wow. 13-10. That cuts the Iowa lead in half. Cricky, who's yet to get going offensively, is fouled as he challenged Dante Scott. And Ben will be at the line to shoot 2. After the Maryland 3. 10:26 to play in the first half. March is a great time to schedule your vasectomy, guys. The expert urologist at UI Healthcare specialize in both standard and minimally invasive vasectomy procedures. This March, get benched and recover listening to the Hawkeyes on the radio for March Madness. Schedule your appointment now. Visit uihc.org/appointment. Ricky makes the first free throw. 73% for Ben on the year. Iowa's leading scorer. Peyton Sanford's going to get a breather as the Hawks go a little quicker with Desante Bowen in the lineup. Perkins and Bowen will handle the ball. Second free throw in and out, no good. Bronze, Cricky, and McCaffrey across the front line for the Hawkeyes. Here's Young taking it all the way in deep. Misses the runner left of the lane. Bronze clears his second board. Bowen races into the front court for the Hawkeyes. Desante holds up, high post right. Now to McCaffrey. For Perkins, deep in the left wing. Bronze comes and sets a screen. Perkins fires a pass to Bowen. Now to McCaffrey, looking for Cricky. Has him right of the lane. Cricky peers inside, puts the ball on the floor. Back to Patrick, 7 to shoot. Cricky will let fly with a standstill 3. In and out, no good. Ben's struggling at the start of the game. 9:48 to play first half. 14-10 Iowa. Both teams ice cold. Here's Reese driving inside with the shot up and in. Over the top of Evan Bruns. He took the ball at the top of the key and just dribbled right by Evan. Flipped it up and in. Reese a rare basket. 14-12. Iowa's lead is cut to 2. Perkins misses wide. Put back good by Evan Bruns. Well, maybe it was a pass.
Right place, right time for Evan Bruns. He's doing a nice job on the glass. That's his 3rd rebound. First offensive rebound. Gets an easy putback.
Hawks by 4, 16-12. 9 minutes, 16 seconds to play in the half. Here's a steal on a diagonal pass. Tony Perkins misses the layup at the other end because he was fouled hard by Jordan Geronimo. Geronimo said no dunk this time. Tony tried to go up back door with a layup with a reverse and drew the foul, and Tony Perkins, an outstanding free throw shooter, will be at the line at 77% on the season.
Another steal for Tony. That's 2 early in the game.
He is playing so well at both ends of the floor. We keep emphasizing that, and he keeps providing highlight after highlight, detail after detail. Free throw is good by Tony. Iowa up 5. Perkins has made his 2 free throws so far, and Geronimo comes out of the game. And back in for the Terrapins, Deshaun Harris-Smith. 9:11 to play in the half. Second free throw good by Tony. Well, when he's in a rhythm at the foul line, he can't wait to get the ball in his hands, and it's gone.
He doesn't dribble. Yeah. 18-12 Hawks. Tony Perkins leading. He's got half those. He's got 9 of the 18 Hawkeye points.
And he gets a well-deserved blow along with Cricky. Peyton Sanford comes back into the game for the Hawkeyes. Iowa with that press, and this time Reese gets behind the Iowa defense and dunks it through. Good ball movement by the Terrapins that time. Their best sequence of the night. 18-14. Iowa's lead cut back from 6 to 4. Brock Harding has checked in for Iowa along with Owen Freeman's return. And the Moline duo trying to hook up. Here's a pass to McCaffrey on the wing. His 3 is no good. Harding with a nifty pass. Patrick missed the jump shot. Young quickly into the front court. Maryland trying to up the tempo. Here's Harris-Smith getting in deep. Nowhere to go. Throws it back out top. Now to Young in the wing. Reese left of the lane. He's going to go right at Owen Freeman. And decides now to pass out top for Dante Scott. 10 to shoot. Step back jumper. No good off the right of the iron. Rebounded by Owen Freeman. Jameer Young had great position.
Got 0 points.
Yep. But he mistimed his jump. Here's McCaffrey from Harding. Inside he goes to the baseline right. And Owen Freeman right back to Patrick. 7:55 to play in the half. Step back jumper. Good by Patrick McCaffrey. He is so good going to his left. And then the step back.
Looks like he hasn't missed a beat here. Patrick playing with some confidence. 2 baskets, 4 points for the Hawks.
That is a tough jump shot. 6'9" guy on the move. Not for Patrick. 20-14. Iowa matches its biggest lead. Reese is double teamed. Jump pass is knocked away. It's stolen away by Owen Freeman. Now restolen by Maryland. We're going to have a pile up on the floor and a jump ball called. Timeout. As we go to an official's timeout. Desante Bowen jumping on the basketball, and Deshaun Harris-Smith jumped on him. It'll be Maryland basketball. The Terps will keep the ball with 7:27 to play in the first half, at Iowa leading 20-14. Hawks playing excellent defense. Maryland is 6 for 16 to start the game. This is Hawkeye basketball, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford Tough Trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
And Hawkeye basketball from Carver Hawkeye Arena tonight. Gary Dolphin with Bobby Hansen. Our engineer-producer is Corey Sheets. And we're brought to you in part by Wimmers at the game or at home. Wimmers premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. I love watching these young kids try and get that Wimmers in their mouth. The bun and the meat are usually about 3 sizes too big for those 6-year-olds, but boy, they work on it. They get it done. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting hot dog naturally. Named Wimmers, the official hot dog of the Iowa Hawkeyes. It's a score always with family and friends. Can't wait for that first cookout this spring. We can throw a whole package of Wimmers on there just to enjoy the warmer weather.
Here, here.
Iowa leading, Bobby, 20-14. What jumps out at you?
Defense on Jameer Young. He has yet to score. Averages 21 a game. He's only taken 2 shots. It's been Josh Dix early, DeSante Bowen now. Been a little bit of Tony Perkins, Brock Harding in there. Team defense outstanding.
More of the same, please, Iowa defense. Now Peyton Sanford commits a foul on the inbounds pass. He said that Julian Reese hooked him when he went to the loose ball. And Fran McCaffrey's making that point now as the Hawks pick up their 3rd team foul. They've let him play. Maryland just 4 whistles to 3 fouls on Iowa. But that's the 2nd personal on Peyton Sanford.
He wanted to stay in, but coach took him off.
7:25 to play in the half. Remember this note. Peyton Sanford picks up his 2nd foul. Here's Young. Step back jumper. Misses again. But Reese with a rebound and a foul on Iowa. And the Hawkeyes have the smaller guards in there right now. Harding and DeSante Bowen. Not a shooting foul. Maryland will keep the basketball. Now each team with 4 fouls now. And we've got a timeout. I don't know if they're clarifying
referee discussion
on whether, I don't think he was shooting.
No.
Maybe they're checking on who they're calling the foul on. We know it's going to be Maryland basketball. Deshaun Smith will inbound left of the goal underneath out of bounds.
Foul will be on Patrick, his first.
Pat McCaffrey is whistled for the personal. Well, now another trip to the bench to make sure we got it right. 20-14 with 7 minutes 16 seconds to play in the first half. Iowa now an offensive foul on Dante Scott. He got his hands up into Owen Freeman's chest trying to separate, get position for the inbound feed, and Dante gets whistled for the first. That's 2 on him.
The little guy Brock Harding stuck his nose in there and impeded his progress, and Dante Scott just hammered him. Called for the foul, his 2nd.
Kevin Willard has his hands up in the air. Where'd that come from? Well, both coaches unhappy with the last few whistles, but we play on. Harding for the Hawkeyes. Skip pass left of the lane to Cricky, who's got to pick up some of the scoring slack, and does with a turnaround jump shot. Beautiful move into the lane. He had Young on him on the switch and knocks it down. Iowa's biggest lead is now 8 points at 22-14. Here's a long 3 from the wing. That's no good. Beautiful block out by Brock Harding. Allowed Patrick McCaffrey to get the basketball. On the long 3. Missed by Dante Scott, who stays in the game. 6.5 to play. First half. Here's Bowen, gets around Harris Smith, drives it deep into the right baseline. Now high post right, Cricky retreats to the wing with the basketball. Uses up the dribble. Back to Bowen, 9 to shoot. Bowen, a screen from Owen Freeman, right back to Owen, and he flushes it. He thumps it down through the net. Timeout, Maryland. Oh, Kevin Willard could see that high screen and roll coming.
Patient offense that time by the Hawkeyes. 30-second timeout coming here, but that was Brock Harding. No, DeSante Bowen with the assist to Owen Freeman for the two-hand dunk. I like that play right there. Took your time, take some time off the shot clock, and then nobody at the rim to impede Owen Freeman.
And the Hawks stretch the lead to 10, 24-14, 6:18 to play in the first half. Hawk fans, Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield knows you're here for every fadeaway, every alley-oop, every buzzer beater. And Wellmark is here for every moment, too, with trusted healthcare coverage committed to making healthcare better. Learn more at wellmark.com/hoops. 4 out of 5 here at home. Now the Hawks head out on the road. We'll be at Michigan Saturday afternoon. That's a 4 o'clock tip. 3 o'clock, Bobby and I will greet you on the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. Let's enjoy more of this right now.
Absolutely. Keep the defense up here. The Hawks on a 6-0 run. Made 3 of their last 3 field goal attempts, and I like the energy that they're playing with. Maryland just sort of going through the motions, and really good job. Jameer Young, 21-point score. He's got 0.
He's wearing the harness right now. He's double teamed along the sideline. That 1-2-2 slowing Maryland down. Here's Young. He's playing catch with Jahari Long. Young lobs a pass left wing to Reese, who sets a screen. Young gets in deep, throws it back out top. No shot for Young. Here's a shot blocked away. Blocked away by the Hawkeyes. And Bowen tried to speed out of there with it and lost the basketball. He blew his shoe and the ball sailed out of bounds. Unforced turnover by the Hawkeyes after a great shot. Was that Freeman who blocked the shot?
Yeah, Owen Freeman with the block. And then DeSante picked it up, and as he turned, he just caught an edge of the sneaker and legs gave out.
Yeah, he blocked Jahari Long into the seats, but Maryland gets the ball back on the Iowa turnover. For the Hawks, 6 miscues in the first half. Here's a double team inside, losing the ball, and now on the floor we'll have a jump ball called. Jahari Long lost the ball as he made a move. He and Reese. And Kaiser jumped in there.
Should be Iowa ball. What are we doing here?
I thought it should be Iowa ball, but they're going to give it back to Maryland. With 5:42 to go, no new shot clock, 11 on the shot clock. They might. I'm not sure why they called Maryland ball. Thought it should have been Iowa's. Here's a corner jump shot, and good. Finally by Jameer Young. So after that great work defensively by the Hawkeyes, the lefty Young hits a 3. 24-17. Iowa's lead cut back to 7 with 5.5 to go. Cricky is double teamed. He gets into the lane. Now out top for Harding. His 3 no good. Off the right of the iron, it skims away to Jameer Young. Now don't let him get going. He's hit his first shot of the night. Hadn't taken that many shots. Gets inside. He's fouled by Brock Harding. There'll be 2 free throws coming for Jameer Young. 90% free thrower. Best in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
it looks so like Jameer Young has woken up here.
Yeah, picking your spot, saving his energy. Hit that 3 there, and now takes a little Brock Harding into the paint there. No help comes, and turns and hacked down by Brock.
Young 1 for 4. Hit a 3 going to his right, no less, from deep in the corner. And now comes back with 2 free throws, makes the first. 4 in a row by Young. It's 24-18. Bowen and McCaffrey come out of the Iowa lineup. Perkins and Dix, after a long rest, are back in. Price Sanford also into the game. Price hit a big 3 the other night against Purdue. Hopefully that continues here. 5:13 to play till halftime. Young makes both free throws. 24-19. So the Iowa lead cut in half in a hurry from 10 to 5. And the Hawkeyes trot the ball into the front court. Perkins, Owen Freeman. Now to Price Sanford on the wing. Looking for Cricky, but he's covered up. Here's Dix with 10 to shoot. Josh puts the ball on the floor against Jameer Young. Drives inside. Stop and go move. Holds up left baseline. Now to the wing and Price Sanford, and he's fouled. Ooh, Maryland bails out the Hawkeyes that time. 2 seconds on the shot clock when Price Sanford made his move to the basket. Jahari Long just reached out and hooked him. I think he thought Sanford was going to let fly from there.
I tell you, good recognition by the freshman. Price Sanford didn't jack up that shot, but put it on the deck and made something happen with an aggressive move.
Hawks get a fresh 20 on the shot clock. And in it comes. 4:40 to play in the half. Perkins for Cricky. He's shoved out top of the circle. A lot of body contact by Geronimo. Now 7 to shoot. Hawks cannot find a shot. Dix lets go from 3. That's no good. Strong. And rebounded by Young of Maryland. And he just fumbled the ball out of bounds. The ball came off kind of weird off the back of the iron. It bounced high when it hit the floor. Young jumped up to get it and just lost the handle on it. And the Hawks get a break.
8 turnovers now for Maryland, and that one again almost unforced.
We're seeing the best defense in the Big Ten right now, and why? They really get into you man-to-man. Here's Perkins for Freeman, left of the lane. 4:19 to play. Owen gets inside, fouled, and scores! Beautiful move by Owen Freeman as he took on 6'11" Kalen Swanton-Roger, who's in there for Reese, but not for long, as Julian Reese comes back and Owen Freeman goes to the foul line looking to complete the three-point play.
That's where he makes that young man so good. Ability to put the ball on the floor, create something out of nothing there from the free throw line area. Just a good hard drive with the right hand and the power to finish the end one.
Now let's see if he can finish the three-point play. 65% on the year for Owen Freeman. And the big freshman lets fly and missed off the left side of the iron. So the Hawks settle for 2, lead at 26-19 with 4:11 to play. There's a give and go to Young. He's double teamed in the lane, pushes a shot up, no good. Putback is good. Oh man, up over the top of Price Sanford. Muscle Jordan Geronimo at 6'6", putback for 2. 26-21 Iowa, 3:50 to play in the half. Price Sanford is pushed out near the timeline.
A lot of hands.
Lost the dribble there. A lot of contact. Here's Freeman. Goes inside. Oh, man. Hit hard. No good. Gets the ball back. Puts it up and in. Boy, Reese chest butted him there. And Owen lost the ball. Got it back as he went up for the shot. And went underneath the other way and came out and scored off glass. So Freeman with back-to-back baskets. Here's a near steal by Perkins. Picked up by Geronimo. He misses the shot right in front of the dish. Rebounded by the Hawkeyes. Freeman clears ahead to Perkins. Iowa work on a 28-21 lead with 3:15 to play in the half. Price Sanford with it. Arms up high, ball above his head. Here's Freeman. Right wing for Dix. Curls around a Freeman screen. Right back to Owen. He's grabbed but scores anyway. That would have been a holding call in the NFL.
Had his jersey tugged at and pulled it. We can see it from here, but Owen Freeman plays through it. Leading scorer now for the Hawkeyes, double digits with 10.
4 consecutive baskets by Owen Freeman. Man, did he pick a good time to arrive at the offensive end. Here's Young. Here's a deep corner 3 by Long. Good. Splashed it down. Jahari Long with great height. Arc on that shot. Hawks are right back running. Jump shot up and in by Ben Cricky. Good find there by I don't know who passed that thing half court to Cricky, but Cricky with a nice catch in traffic went up and scored. 32-24. Iowa's lead back to 8. Now we get a foul called off the ball on Maryland's Jordan Geronimo.
That's 3.
Oh boy, the former Indiana Hoosier will have to sit out the remainder of the half. 2:21 to go in the half. And the score reads Iowa 32, Maryland 24. Hawks have led by as many as 10. Hawk fans, now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa men's basketball in serving charities throughout eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. Caden Proctor, he likes the way the Iowa Swarm is performing. And we can't wait to see him in a Hawkeye uniform. Stay with us. Our halftime show is coming up here in just a few minutes, courtesy of Bud Light. Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. At halftime, we'll hear from officially now the new athletic director of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Beth Getz. This is Hawkeye Basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Carr Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation, Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
It'll be Hawkeye basketball after the the foul by former Indiana Hoosier. Jordan Geronimo, his third. He sits down, and Iowa tries to build on that 8-point lead, get it back to 10. That's been the high water mark here in the first half. Terrapins have sent Jamie Kaiser back into the lineup for Geronimo. 2:08 to go in the first half. Iowa 32, Maryland 24. Dix, Cricky, Freeman, Perkins, and Price Sanford. We got a walking call of traveling violation on Josh Dix. He just got in heavy traffic, Bobby, and took an extra step.
Trying to figure out that 2-3 zone Maryland came out of the timeout with and saw an opening, but forgot to dribble the basketball, took an extra step. 7 turnovers in Iowa. Maryland has 9 for the first half. Both defenses have forced some chaotic situations. Now it's Maryland's turn with the basketball. Reese leaves it. Now back to Reese and a dunk. Well, that's just way too easy. Wasn't a Hawkeye in the neighborhood. Jahari Long and Reese worked the high-low. Reese handed off, broke to the basket right down the lane. Nobody went with him. 32-26. Iowa lead is 6. Minute 25 to play in the first half here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Now Dix for Price Sanford in the corner. Peyton Sanford on the bench with those 2 fouls the last 7 minutes of the half. Dix, pull-up jumper in the lane, good. Josh fought his way through 2 defenders and just inside the free throw line, popped it in from 14 feet. Gets his first basket. That one over the top of Jameer Young, trying to put some D on him, but good to see Josh with that pretty jump shot from 15.
Now let's see if the Hawks get a couple stops here with a minute to go in the half. Reese, who's double teamed, throws back out top for Long. Now to Young. Young's had a hot stretch here in the last couple minutes. He holds up on the dribble, gets it inside to the big guy Dante Scott. He whirls to the baseline and scores off glass. Ben Cricky couldn't have defended him any better. Cricky gets it into Dix as Maryland slaps a full court pressure on. Dix lost the handle on the ball, gets it back. 34-28. The Hawkeyes will count it down with 23 seconds to play in the half. 34-28 Hawkeyes. Perkins walks the dribble to the center of the floor. And a stare down with Jahari Long. Looking for Price Sanford on the baseline. Now gets it to Cricky. And he walked with it. 8 turnovers on the Hawkeyes. 6.5 seconds to play in the half. So Maryland will have the last say-so offensively as they get Owen Freeman out of the lineup. Not wanting to risk another foul.
Hawks will pressure up on Jameer Young.
And Young's going to bring the ball in and probably all the way now. The Hawks had a foul to give, and they give it right there. Dasante Bowen with 3.5 seconds to play in the period. Maryland will inbound the ball right in front of our broadcast site here near the Iowa bench. Dante Scott will do so. You got to believe Young is going to be the target. And they get it to Jameer, chased by Josh Dix. 2-1, Young all the way, off the glass, no good. And that's it for the half. Bodies all over the floor as Big Evan Bronze, who had just come into the game, collided with Young. Young let the shot go, and no chance, off the square and away. Halftime, and the Hawkeyes lead Maryland 34-28. Stay with us for the Bud Light halftime show coming up next. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by 988 Lifeline. If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. And by Bud & Mary's. Bud & Mary's presents the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. After getting a medical card is fast and easy online. Visit budmary.com to learn more. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
This has been the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half on the Hawkeyes Sports Network. This is the Bud Light Halftime Show. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Gary Dolphin with Bobby Hansen. Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City. We're at halftime and the Hawkeyes lead Maryland 34-28 in Big Ten Hoops. Our halftime coverage is brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy, here or at home. Well, Bobby, the stat that jumps off the page at me is rebounds. Iowa's outboarded Maryland by 6. Hawks have 14 more paint scores.
Yeah, that's a big number right there. And the defense on Jameer Young, their leading scorer, one of the top players in the country. He's averaging 30 on the road in the last 4 games. Well, he's got just 5 points. Those came just a few seconds ago where he hit a 3 and then 2 free throws, but he is just 1 out of 6. Got to credit the Hawkeye defense, in particular Josh Dix, to start the game. But you're right, Gary, the different game from the other night. Hawkeyes on the boards here, 19-13, and then attacking in the paint, outscoring them 28-14.
More of the same, please, in the second half. We'll review the rest of the stats courtesy of Hy-Vee next. Right now, it's Iowa 34, Maryland 28 at halftime. And our Bud Light coverage continues in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Flooring has everything for your home, from the floors up. Did you know we also feature appliances, custom cabinetry to update your kitchens, bathrooms, and more? Yep, we're more than just flooring. Shop Royal Flooring today.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Join Iowa women's basketball coach Lisa Bluter and Iowa men's basketball coach Fran McCaffrey for Hawk Talk, live from the Hyatt Regency in Coralville's Iowa River Landing. Check out the schedule on HawkeyeSports.com.
True cannabis products like concentrates, vapes, tablets, creams are available legally in Iowa, but only at licensed medical dispensaries. Get a med card online, quick and easy. I got mine in less than a day. Chronic pain is the most common condition. Search for Bud & Mary's online or call their dispensary to learn how you can get your med card. Bud & Mary's grows real cannabis, not hemp. That means their products contain real THC with no percentage limits. Find an Iowa licensed dispensary near you at budmary.com.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Halftime, it's Iowa 34, Maryland 28. Hawks have out-rebounded Maryland 19-13, therefore have 28 paint scores to 14 for the Terrapins. Both teams have been guilty of turnovers thanks to solid defense. Maryland's turned it over 9 times, the Hawkeyes 8. Iowa hit 15 of 30 shots, 0 of 7 from 3 in the first half. Did get to the foul line. Neither team really got to the foul line that much. We'll check that stat in a minute. Hawks led in scoring by Owen Freeman's 10, 9 for Tony Perkins. Tony had a hot start to the game. Owen had a strong finish to the first half. 5 for Ben Krikke, 4 for Patrick McCaffrey. Peyton Sanford has just 1 basket and 2 personal fouls. For Maryland, 11 of 27. The Terrapins have 4 threes, though, in 7 attempts, and that's kept it close. They were led in scoring by Dante Scott's 7. He's got 1 3. 6 points for Julian Reese. 6 points for Jahari Long and 4 for Jordan Geronimo. The Hawkeyes and Maryland hooked up in a good one, 34-28 Hawkeyes at the break. Our free throw recap courtesy of Latham Seeds looks like this. The Hawks made 4 of 6 in that first half. Maryland got to the line for only 2, both made by Jameer Young. So they're letting them play, and that's okay with us. That's the Charity Stripe recap courtesy of Latham Seeds. Let's pause 10 seconds right now for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Our halftime stat recap is sponsored by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. Hawkeyes' new athletic director, Beth Getz, joins us after this timeout. At halftime, Iowa 34, Maryland 28. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme. Powered by MediaCom.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
Back at halftime, it's Iowa, Maryland, and if you believe in the fable, work hard, block out the noise, and you'll end up where you're supposed to be. That fits Beth Goetz to a T. Yesterday, Iowa's new athletic director met the media, met the general public, met a lot of the teams that came to her opening press conference. And afterwards, I caught up with her, and we talked about you can't be behind a desk all day. You could easily be submerged in paperwork and internal meetings on a daily basis. But one thing about Beth Goetz, she has been extremely visible at games, track meets, soccer, field hockey, dual meets to double headers. She's made it a mission to let coaches and athletes know that she is there for them. That takes a lot of time and management skill.
You know, it does. And selfishly, that engagement piece is, you know, it's so fulfilling, you know, to be able to watch them in practice or in competition. And so it's, you know, it's not something you have to find time for. It's something you want to make time for. And to me, that also is how you're going to show that you really care, that you understand what's going on, that you're building relationships. You know, coaches need you to show them, not to tell them that their programs are important. And the same thing is true in the community. You know, you want to be accessible, and I think there's a great responsibility that comes at a state institution to be an ambassador for the program, and to do that, you have to spend time in the community. And like I said, I enjoy that piece of it, and understand the responsibility that comes with it.
New Iowa Athletic Director Beth Goetz finally had the interim removed from her label, as well she should have. Judging by the enthusiasm yesterday, if this were the Iowa caucuses, Beth Goetz would have won in a landslide. Iowa and Maryland have another half to go. We'll come back to the Bud Light halftime show in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hey everyone, Chef Brandon here. The Burger Shed features signature handcrafted burgers, real ice cream shakes, and machine shed classics you already know and love, like the award-winning pork tenderloin and smoked turkey Reuben sandwiches. Plus everyone's favorite dessert, the apple dumpling. With plenty of big screen TVs and several local beers on draft, Burger Shed is the perfect place to watch your favorite sports team on game day. And every day, burgers, beers, and a whole bunch of BS. Burger Shed, Bass Pro Drive, Altoona.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon when you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called. It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
34-28, Iowa by 6 over Maryland. Here at Carver Hawkeye Arena before we go to the second half. Let's join Bobby Hansen. He's with Hawkeye assistant coach Courtney Eldridge to discuss the first half, courtesy of your Iowa John Deere dealers.
I got to say, Courtney, the story of the first half was your defense, in particular on Jameer Young, and then the rebounding and points in the paint. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think, Bob, one of the main first key to victory was limiting Jameer Young's productivity. I remember talking to you before the game. He said in his last 4 two-road games, he was averaging about 30 points a game. And, I wanted to start Josh Dix on him, and I thought he did a very good job, but it's going to take a collective effort to sustain that over the next 20 minutes. And rebounding was a key, especially after the last game. I think we made that a point of emphasis, and the guys really attacked the glass, especially on the offensive end in the first half.
What do you expect out of Maryland here to start the second?
I expect Jameer Young to be a little bit more aggressive. He knows he has to get going for them to have a chance. So we're going to have to play better defense the last 20 minutes than we did in the first 20 minutes.
Okay, Coach, thanks for your time.
All right, Bob.
Bobby with Courtney Eldridge, brought to you by Van Wall Equipment in Urbandale, your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. Iowa gets the ball to start the second half. Hawks send out Josh Dix, Tony Perkins, Ben Krikke, Peyton Sanford, and Owen Freeman. Well, Courtney's right. 1 field goal in 6 tries for Jameer Young that first half. A 3-point goal, though, it was. He added 2 free throws, just 5 points, well below his season's average.
Yeah, really good defense. And as Courtney mentioned, last 4 two-road games, averaging over 30 points a game.
Perkins with the ball for the Hawkeyes, and we're underway in the second half. They pitch it inside immediately to Owen Freeman. Reese is one-on-one with him. Owen backs him down, shot fake, and he walked with it. Not a good way to start the half. But the Hawks travel. 9 turnovers for each team. Outstanding defense by Julian Reese.
Just a senior there that working over the freshman and kind of let go of the body contact, and Owen Freeman kind of stumbled for the travel.
Maryland tries to take advantage. They have Jahari Long starting the second half because the former Hoosier Geronimo has 3 personal fouls, and now Reese tried to go right at Freeman.
The bulldozer move.
And they get is that a foul or a travel?
Travel.
Travel on Julian Reese. So the post players get after each other and turn it over. Let's see what happens in round 2. 10 turnovers for Maryland. Here's Perkins. Tony shadowed by Jahari Long. A crossover dribble. Krikke comes and sets a screen. Here's Sanford. Peyton's got to get going here in the second half. Dix is open in the corner for 3. Good. Great assist by Tony Perkins.
Really good assist by Tony Perkins. Took his time. Shot clock winding down. Dribble penetration move with the left hand, and Josh Dix found the open left corner for the 3.
And a result, the Hawks have their biggest lead at 9. 37-28. 1 minute gone, second half. Krikke switched off. Now Owen Freeman's got the switch on Jameer Young. He drives around him, throws it up there. I think Freeman got a piece of it. Putback is good, though, by Julian Reese. Reese right there, a tremendous rebounder, and especially he's averaging 3-4 offensive rebounds a game. He got that one. 37-30, Iowa's lead sliced back to 7. Freeman with a catch right of the lane. Peering inside and hits a cutting Ben Krikke, who beat his man to a spot and gets an easy layup. Well executed in the half court.
He beat his man to the spot because it was a back screen set by Peyton Sanford at the free throw line area, which freed up Ben Krikke. Nice offensive possession for the Hawks.
Nice feed too, Owen Freeman. 39-30 Iowa. 18:04 to play in the game. Long leaves it for Dante Scott. Now to Young. To Reese. Right back to Young. He turns the corner. Hits a cutting man. Weak side. Layup good. Deshaun Harris-Smith. That's a nice set play by the Terps. And a pass and an assist from Jameer Young. And the Hawkeyes lead is 7 again. Played 2.5 minutes here in the second half. Krikke works the dribble in on his man. Dante Scott to Freeman out top. Owens 3, or long 2 is no good, but it's run down in the corner by Tony Perkins. To Josh Dix. To Peyton Sanford. Around his man. Gets down the left side of the lane. Leans into the paint and hits a little jump hook. Beautiful move. Peyton Sanford proving he can do a whole lot more than just shoot threes.
Absolutely. Put the ball on the floor there, and with his size, his length, got over the top of the Maryland defender. Little baby hook. You got 4 points.
17-12 to play. It's 41-32. Iowa's lead back to 9. Here's Reese jump hooking and scoring over Ben Krikke. And a foul called on Krikke. Wow. Not a lot of contact there. 41-34. First personal on Krikke. Paul Selk said he got him with enough of the body. 17:06 to play in the half in the game. And Reese at the line for a chance for the and one. Just a 58% free thrower on the year. If there's a flaw in Julian's game, might be at the foul line. Lefty puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Freeman. Yeah. That's a good way to describe it, a hitch. Sanford all the way on the run. A pass deflected into the seats. Tried to find Dix open. He was double teamed. Jamie Kaiser got a hand on the ball and caroms into the seats behind us. Sanford will inbound. Geronimo returns with his 3 personals for Dante Scott. Sanford to inbound. Payton looking inside. Perkins comes outside and grabs the inbounds feed. 16:55 to play. Here's Cricky with a catch right of the lane. Went up with a shot, had it blocked away. Not sure who got it. I think Geronimo. Freeman gets the loose ball. Sanford for 3 in the corner, no good. Owen Freeman had the rebound and a foul called on Freeman. He went up and threw Jordan Geronimo, they say. Second foul on Owen Freeman, going after the loose ball.
Questionable right there with 2 players going after the basketball.
I mean, they let him play in the first half, and it was very entertaining. Let him play, but not at the start of the second half. Young to Geronimo. Iowa's lead is 41-34. After the Maryland stop, Reese double teamed. Here's Young, top of the circle, left side. Dick stays right with him. Josh done a terrific job to this point on him. Here's Reese. Missed Young on the give and go. Now they throw it into the corner to Geronimo. He backs it in on Cricky. 3 to shoot, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Actually a turnover before that, as Jahari Long, realizing the shot clock was running down to a couple ticks, got a little over anxious, and who can blame him? He bounced it off his sneaker, out of bounds.
11 turnovers now for Maryland, and another good defensive stand that time by the Hawks.
16:13 to play in the game. Iowa's lead still at 7. Hawks have led by as many as 9. 41-34. Hawks go 4 deep. Tony Perkins out top. Dix comes and gets the basketball. Here's a backdoor cut and a shot blocked away from Owen Freeman. Great block, great recovery by Julian Reese. Owen just not strong enough yet to punch that one down through with Reese all over him. Great defensive play. Now steal by Peyton Sanford. It's a foot race to the other end. Peyton a behind the back pass. Perkins' shot is blocked. Man, oh man, what a play by Geronimo. Here comes Maryland running at the other end, and Reese is grabbed by Josh Dix. Oh, and it could be a 4-point swing. Hawks had back-to-back shots right in front of the doorstep. Blocked away by Maryland, not once but twice on separate possessions. And then Maryland run out, and a foul called on Josh Dix. 2 free throws coming for the Terps when we come back. Iowa leads at 41-34 with 15:36 to play in the game. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hey folks, this is Jeff Grender from the Machine Shed. We're all about comfort food at the Machine Shed. Indulge in our classic fried chicken, which is prepared with our own secret spices. Or try our Cattleman sirloin tips, featuring certified Angus beef, served with our famous mushroom stuffing that has onions and Swiss cheese, all topped with a garlic herb sauce. Come experience the taste of home cooking at the Machine Shed.
I-80 and Hickman Road, Urbandale, and I-80 and Northwest Boulevard, Davenport.
True cannabis products like concentrates, vapes, tablets, creams are available legally in Iowa, but only at licensed medical dispensaries. Get a med card online, quick and easy. I got mine in less than a day. Chronic pain is the most common condition. Search for Bud & Mary's online or call their dispensary to learn how you can get your med card. Bud & Mary's grows real cannabis, not hemp. That means their products contain real THC with no percentage limits. Find an Iowa licensed dispensary near you at budmary.com.
41-34 Iowa. Maryland will be at the foul line when play resumes. Hawks getting a heavy dose of the Big Ten's best defense. We just saw block shots by Maryland on Iowa's last 2 possessions after the Hawkeyes turned the Terrapins over for a 12th time. And now at the other end, a chance for a 4-point swing in Maryland's favor. The 2 Iowa didn't get, and 2 free throws coming for Julian Reese. 15:36 to play in the game. Gary Dolphin with Bobby Hansen at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Elsewhere on the U.S. Bank scoreboard, Drake and Missouri State are tied at 12. 4 minutes into that game. Later, Kansas State plays at Hilton Coliseum against the Cyclones. That's an 8 o'clock tip. 10th ranked Illinois will be in Chicago to take on Northwestern, also at 8 o'clock. 8th ranked Auburn trails Alabama early, 17-16, and Rice and Florida Atlantic are just underway. And we're getting word that Jim Harbaugh, Michigan head coach Harbaugh, may be headed to San Diego or to L.A. to be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. The word is on the West Coast the Chargers are closing in on hiring Harbaugh as their next head coach. That may be finalized before the night's over. Reese hits the first free throw and misses the second. So the damage is limited, but Maryland's back to within 6. 41-35. Iowa with the lead. Perkins. Stop and go move across the midcourt stripe. Hawkeyes got to find a way to score against now the Maryland zone. Pop-up jumper rims and comes out. Ben Krikke missed the spot-on jump shot, but thanks to Owen Freeman's aggression on the offensive board, got a foul called on Maryland. And 4 fouls on Geronimo now as he hooked Owen Freeman. Jamie Kaiser gives away a lot of size as Geronimo comes out. Hawks get a free possession after the foul. In it comes to Krikke. Ben, high post right, drives into the paint, shot fake. Now throws to the wing to Dix. Josh tied up by Young, gets around him, and now he's grabbed and fouled by Harris Smith. Good move by Josh. He got into heavy traffic, had to jump stop. By then, Smith had him all wrapped up.
What you want to see out of Josh Dix? Aggressive. Go hunt your shot a little bit, young man. You're playing tough defense. You got such a pretty jumper. You got ability to jump over the top of people. Go ahead and find a shot.
Second team foul on Maryland. Hawks have been whistled for 3. Perkins, high post right, throws to Dix. 3 ball, no good, short, and rebounded by Maryland. And a jump ball. Ball that'll stay with Maryland. Jamie Kaiser grabbed the rebound at 6'5" and tied up by who got it?
Tony Perkins.
Tony
in the middle of the action.
What can't he do? Defense, assisting, scoring. Tony's on a great run here, the senior. 14:50 to play in the game. Maryland down 6 with the basketball. Trying to keep Jameer Young under wraps. Here's a step back 3. That's way off the mark. Reese gets the rebound and then lost it out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawkeyes because Tony Perkins was in there hand checking him, hand fighting him.
I tell you, got a little assist from Josh Dix on the inside there, but it was Tony Perkins, as you said, from the backside that stuck the hand in there, and Reese knocks it out of bounds.
McCaffrey calls out a play from the sidelines. Freeman screens for Perkins. Pull-up jumper, that's no good. That's too strong, and rebounded by Maryland. Young collared it. He's going all the way. Layup good, and a foul on Iowa. That's what he does. Jameer Young trying to get hot. Blew by the Hawkeyes. Kind of surprised Iowa, I think. Hawks got back, but Jameer turned on the Jets, lays it in. 41-37.
Talk about playing downhill right there. Jameer Young, once he got the ball here in the backcourt, he was off to the races to the rim.
Hawks are 0 for their last 7 in their offensive end, and the Terps have scored on 4 of their last 5 possessions. Iowa's 9-point lead down to 4. And a 90% free thrower at the line, no problem. Now it's 41-38. As Young completes the 3-point play. Perkins. Here's that press by Maryland. Dix throws long to Evan Browns and a dunk. Great find by Josh Dix. How he saw Browns, I'll never know, but that's a big dunk there.
Big play that time, breaking pressure. You're going to see it all second half here by Maryland. They're going to come at you, try to get some steals, but throw over the top. Evan Browns a dunk.
6 minutes gone, second half. Iowa's lead back to 5. 43-38. Scott lobs up the three. It's good. Cricky couldn't get out there fast enough. Now it's a 2-point game. The Hawkeyes quickly across the timeline to beat the Maryland press. Here's Bronze again inside. Jump passes, and now a jump shot is short by Cricky in the lane. Maryland coming down with a basketball and a chance to tie it up. Here's a move all the way in, a shot up, no good. Bronze had the rebound poked away by Reese out of bounds. Boy, Reese always gets a hand on it, doesn't he? Man,
you don't put a body on him, he's going to come over the top.
Deshaun Harris-Smith, a little bit out of control. Threw up a wild layup attempt after that Maryland rebound. He's going to come out of the game for Jahari Long. And for the Hawkeyes, Patrick McCaffrey comes back in. Peyton Sanford exit. Hawks trying to find somebody that can score against this, what has been airtight Maryland defense, at least from the field. Now Dix has the ball poked away by Reese. Gets it back. Here's Perkins. Gets inside, forces up the shot, drew contact, and a 2-shot foul coming for Tony Perkins.
How do you get it done?
Hawks are 1 for their last 9. Foul is on Deshaun Harris-Smith. 43-41. Iowa's lead melted to 2. Perkins has made all 3 of his free throws tonight. First one is on the way and good. Tony has 10 points. First Hawkeye in double figures. Check that. Freeman has 10 and 7 rebounds. Owen quietly put together another solid effort.
1 point in the first half, he was 4 out of 5.
Perkins makes both free throws. So he and Freeman are in double figures. 7 for Cricky. Peyton Sanford 2 for 7 on the night. Hopefully he gets going when he comes off the bench next time. Hawks back up 4, 45-41. 13:06 to play. Young guarded by Tony Perkins. Tony stumbles to the floor. Young scores with a left-handed hook. He got inside, drew the double team, gets knocked to the floor, and a chance for an and one. Here comes Jameer Young, Bobby. He's got 10.
Has the ability to score in bunches, Jameer Young does. You got to get him under control, the lefty. Don't let him go left. Make him, funnel him over here to the right side.
Yeah, he can bring the Terrapins to within 1. It's 45-43. Young's really the only guy scoring for Maryland, at least at the start of the second half. Hawkeye basketball live from Carver Hawkeye Arena. Free throw's good. Another and one, and Young needs a blow. He'll come out. 12:59 to play in the game. Hawks need to find some offense against this Big Ten's best defensive unit. Jamie Kaiser back in the game. Here's McCaffrey. Screened by Bronze. Patrick reverses dribble, goes left baseline. Jump passes out to Dix. He had the 3, but passed it up. Dix dribbling in the right wing. 10 to shoot. Josh around another screen by Bronze. He's double teamed. Patrick McCaffrey open, drives inside, draws some contact, no call. Maryland with a rebound. Reese got in the way.
Just physical, hands-on defense.
Is it ever? Now, believe it or not, Maryland shoots for the lead. Dante Scott hit a big 3 here early in the half. Got Cricky on him, drives around Ben, gets left to the left baseline, leans in, jump hook is no good. Reese with a rebound up and in, and Maryland has the lead at 46-45.
Offensive rebound that time. Julian Reese just cleaning up the garbage after Dante Scott misses the shot.
First lead for the Terrapins since the first minute of the game. Hawks trying to solve that man-to-man. Here's McCaffrey, drives it in deep. Now bad pass picked off by Kaiser. Maryland turns over Iowa. At the other end, a foul on Dix. Timeout on the floor. 11:47 to go in the game. Peyton Sanford will return out of the timeout. Maryland with the lead and free throws coming. 46-45 Terrapins. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Right now, you are not in the crowded Carver Hawkeye Arena, but you could be. You're not cheering a Hawkeye steal, fast break, and slam dunk, but you could be. Play the Hawkeye Gold scratch ticket, and you could win a VIP game day experience to see the Iowa men's basketball team. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery lets you be a part of the action. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese.
Lunch is ready.
He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Welcome back to Hawkeye basketball. It's been a Maryland run here. Terps have the lead for the first time since the 19-minute mark of the first half. Iowa led by 9 5 minutes ago, but the Hawks are in a 1-for-10 drought. And Jameer Young has taken the game over for the most part for Maryland now. Substitute Jamie Kaiser picked off a pass. Iowa's 10th turnover of the game. And got fouled at the other end by Josh Dix. A chance for 2 free throws here to add to the Maryland 1-point lead, 46-45, with 11:47 to play in the game. And Bobby, it's that Maryland defense, well advertised, and they're stepping up with it.
Giving up just a league-leading 64 points a game. The Hawks should get past that, but got to find some offense somehow in that Hawkeye huddle over there. Peyton Sanford, I'm looking at you. We need to get him going. Peyton just 2 of 7 on the night, 0 for 3. 3-point shooting. He is a marked man, no doubt about it, but got to stop turning the basketball over and continue to rebound. Keep him off the offensive glass.
Ben Tricky, 3 for 9. Tony Perkins had the hot start to the game. He's got 11 points to lead Iowa. Owen Freeman has 10. I want to mention, due to a scheduling conflict, there have been adjustments to our Hawk Talk plans for next Monday night. Lisa Bluter's Hawk Talk will now air at its usual time slot from 6 until 7, live from the Hyatt Regency out in Coralville. There will be no Fran McCaffrey Hawk Talk next week as the men's basketball team travels to Bloomington for the Iowa-Indiana game on Tuesday. We will resume Hawk Talk with Coach McCaffrey live on February 5th, so mark that down on your calendar. Kaiser, an 80% free thrower. Let's fly with the first one, and it's short off the front of the rim. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by your Honda dealers. When the going gets tough, the Honda dealers crush the competition. The new Honda lineup has powerhouses like the HR-V, CR-V, Passport, and Pilot. So get going to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Visit great dealers like Smart Honda of Davenport. Say hi to TJ Deere. Kaiser misses both free throws, so the Hawks catch a break down 1 with the ball in a new look lineup. Harding and Desante Bowen in the guard court. Desante gets inside, throws to Perkins in the corner. Long 3 is good. Good job, Desante Bowen. Dribble drive and a kick to a wide open Tony Perkins in the corner for 3. Iowa back in front, 48-46.
Finally a 3 drop for the Hawkeyes. Josh Dix had one in here in the second half. Tony hits the second one, and as you mentioned, nice find, Desante Bowen.
Hawks have gone to a zone to trying to slow down that dribble drive. Here's a lob 3, no good, air ball from the corner, but Julian Reese with the rebound is fouled by Brock Harding. That ball missed so badly it landed right in the chest plate of Reese, and Brock Harding commits the 7th Iowa team foul. Maryland shooting the 1-and-1 with 11:04 to go in the game. Ouch. Second foul on Harding. 1-and-1 for Julian Reese. Reese has been to the foul line a few times tonight. 4. Here's his 5th free throw, and it's good. 48-46. Well, he's getting practice, 58% from the line. He's getting a lot of practice tonight. 1-point game. Iowa leads at 48-47, but not for long. Reese ties it up with 2 free throws. He's got 15 points to lead the visitors. Now Maryland and the Hawks are knotted at 48. Bowen dribbling around a screen here and there. Here's Peyton Sanford. He's covered up by Dante Scott. Brock Harding with the ball out near the midcourt stripe. Sanford comes and sets a screen. Harding gets in deep. Nowhere to go. Young just covering him up. Now 5 to shoot. Harding, a step back jumper, no good, way off the mark. The rebound is kicked out of bounds and will stay with the Hawkeyes. Good job, Owen Freeman. He and Reese were catfighting in there.
Got to stop
the
dribbling.
ball was kicked out of bounds.
Too much dribbling right there, Gary. You got to find Owen Freeman, spread the court out, and let him go one-on-one against Reese. I'll bet he'll get to the free throw line, get an N1 or a basket.
Hawks catch a break there and get a new 22nd possession with 10.5 to go in a tie game. Here's Freeman. Catches the inbounds. Now looks for an outlet. Hands it to Tony Perkins. Freeman sets a screen. Double screen. Here's Harding from Perkins. 7 to shoot. Peyton Sanford 4-3. No good. Strong. Rebound tipped out. Controlled by Young. 2-on-1 the other way. Young with a great ball handling skills and a dunk as he feeds Dante Scott for the easy part. Maryland back in front 50-48. 10 minutes to play in the game. Hawks cannot get anything going in the offensive end, at least in the half court. Here's Harding. He's tied up. Gets it to Sanford. Peyton hasn't found the mark yet. 9:48 to go, 15 to shoot. Bowen dribbles along the far sideline. Gets in high post right now, backs it out with 7 to shoot. Skip pass inside to Owen Freeman. He drives into Reese.
Hold up there.
Muscles him out of the way. Shot up and blocked out of bounds. Boy, I heard the contact from here.
Slap.
Just slapped down on the wrist. 1 second on the shot clock. Time for a catch and a shot. Harding lobs to Freeman, and he's fouled by Reese. Reese was just bodying him out of the way, and Julian had no idea where the basketball was. That was the problem there.
Yeah, I didn't read the scouting report on that one. They know the Hawkeyes will throw that right to the front of the rim. Owen Freeman, a nice spin move to get to the rim, and easy call there for the referee. Julian Reese's second foul.
Dante Scott comes out of the game. Geronimo with 4 fouls returns. So Iowa puts another 20 seconds up on the shot clock, and in it comes Harding to Freeman. Brock with a shot fake, pop-up jumper, good in the lane. Freeman got it right back to him, set a screen, and hopefully that gets Brock going. Tie game at 50.
Yeah, hopefully it does. It shows a lot of courage right there. The freshman to make a nice play like that gets his first basket here of the game.
Young dribbling around, goes to the left wing for Deshaun Harris-Smith. Now they go weak side, now inside for Julian Reese. Knocked away from behind by Peyton. Turnover. Hawks force a turnover on Reese. Here's a shot up by Harding. No good. Put up, back in by Owen Freeman. He had position, and Julian Reese went right over the top of Freeman. Julian may have got a piece of that. Timeout Maryland as the Hawks respond. They get a little more aggressive, especially inside. Brock Harding taking the charge taking the attack to Maryland. Didn't have much of a shot. Flipped it up there because he knew his big buddy from Moline High School was in the neighborhood.
Going to be right there to get that offensive putback, but you're exactly right. I think Julian Reese got a finger on it and spun that thing over to the front of the rim. We'll credit Owen Freeman with the basket. He's got 12 points.
The exciting moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield is here for it all as your healthcare champion, making healthcare more affordable with more choices for care and peace of mind, no matter what comes your way. Find the plan right for you at wellmark.com/hoops. This is Hawkeye basketball, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Royal Flooring has everything you and your home needs from the floors up. We proudly serve Des Moines area homes as your local one-stop shop for flooring, tile appliances, cabinetry, countertops, and more. Visit shoproyalflooring.com to give your home the royal treatment today.
Do you trust your insurance agent? Do you trust your insurance company? Well, you'd better, because all they've really sold you is a promise to be there when things go bad, to step up and put everything back the way it was. So if you don't trust your insurance company, maybe it's time to find one you do trust. West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
Hawkeye Basketball back at Carver Hawkeye Arena and Mediacom Court. Iowa with a 52-50 lead. 8:54 to play in the game. Had 5 lead changes, most of those coming in the last 5 minutes. 2 ties in the game. Hawks had a 9-point lead early in the second half. And Maryland roared back after the Hawks went in the well. Deep freeze 1 for 10. 1 basket, 10 possessions. Maryland got the lead, but by only a couple. The Hawks now have come back. And Brock Harding's thrown a little charge into him, Bobby, with his point guard play.
He has, just pushing the tempo, taking it to the basket, and got a basket there, and then this one he threw up there, and Owen Freeman credited with the offensive rebound putback.
8:49 to go, Maryland basketball. 2-point Iowa lead. Terps work the perimeter against the Iowa zone. Young with it, way out in the left flat. Around Harding, shoots a pass to the right side, weak side. Here's a drive inside by Deshaun Harris-Smith, and a foul on Iowa. We're going to get Desante Bowen for bodying up on Harris-Smith. Second foul on Desante. That's 18 fouls on Iowa and still 8.5 minutes to go.
Just 4 on
in
Maryland.
The game. Yeah, Maryland's got 1 more free throw made than the Hawkeyes. They're 7 of 11. Hawks are 6 of 8. Harris-Smith, just a 60% free thrower. But that one looked like Jerry West drops it down through with ease. 1 more coming. 52-51. Iowa lead is 1. The lefty, Harris-Smith, sends the second one up high arc and drop them both through. It looks anything but a 60% free thrower. Tie game at 52. 3rd tie of the night. 5 lead changes. And we play on. Harding harassed by Young. Dribbles across the timeline. Crossover dribble. Gets high post right. Now throws it back center floor. Josh Dix back in the game.
Give it to him.
There's Peyton Sanford. Freeman wants the ball. 8 to shoot. Bowen, a crossover dribble. Gets into the paint. He's fouled on the way. Basket goes in. But they say the foul occurred before the shot. Jameer Young with the grab on Desante Bowman.
Good job by Desante.
Nifty move by Desante.
Nifty move, but make him play defense as Jameer Young. Maybe take some energy out of it.
Harding to Freeman. Back to Owen. Misses the left-handed layup inside. Scramble for the loose ball. Gets it. And a foul called on the floor. It'll be on Maryland. And if that's on Reese, Julian Reese, that'd be his 3rd.
It is.
Julian Reese, that's his 3rd. Better news, that's the 6th team foul on Maryland. The next one will put the Hawks at the foul line for the remainder of the game. 8:05 to go. Underneath, out of bounds again. Harding to Freeman. Brock drives through the baseline to Dix on the wing. His 3 is good. Brock Harding with 2 great assists, 1 to Perkins, and now to Dix for a 3-point goal.
Really was, yeah, attacking the basket there, nowhere to go underneath, but he knew exactly what he was doing. Josh Dix comes over here 22 feet right in front of the Hawkeye bench for the 3.
And the Hawks break the 52 all-time, go up 3. Now a foul over the back on Owen Freeman. Whew. They're calling everything now. Timeout on the floor with 7:43 to play in the game. A 1-and-1 coming for Julian Reese when play resumes. Hawkeye basketball tonight is sponsored by Wimmers. Wimmers goes better with Hawkeye Sports. And the two go hand to glove, right? Nothing goes better Then Hawkeye Sports and Wimmers Meats. Wimmers hot dogs and sausages deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Wimmers, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. And don't settle for ordinary with your company's apparel. Bobby and I don't. Say hello to a new standard of style known as Authentic Brand. Not just a label, it's a lifestyle. From sleek office essentials to laid-back everyday wear. Authentic Brand is the label for you. Authentic Brand. This is Hawkeye Basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
55-52, Iowa's lead over Maryland is 3. With 7:43 to play in the game, Maryland shooting free throws when play resumes. We lost a great Hawkeye here in this past week. The patriarch of the long regarded as the first football family of Iowa, Jury Hilgenberg, passed away a week ago, and services for Jury, a memorial will be held this Sunday from 1 until 3 at the Ted Pasha Club in the north end zone at Kinnick Stadium. Open to the public. Come on out as we honor the Hilgenberg family this coming Sunday from 1 until 3. Reese misses the front end of the 1-and-1. The Hawks get the rebound. Here's Harding to Dix. On a screen by Freeman. Josh drops a pass down low to Owen. Now to Cricky. High post left. Back to Freeman. 7:27 to go. 14 on the shot clock. Freeman comes and sets a screen for Harding. Brock around that screen. Dribbles into trouble in the near corner. 5 to shoot. Harding. Jump passes to Freeman. Shot up. No good, but a foul called on Dante Scott. How in the world did Harding find an open teammate in all that mess, Bobby? That traffic jam.
Well, he knew that his guy, Owen Freeman, is always going to follow him when he's dribbling the basketball to the basket there. Got in trouble there underneath the hoop, but there was Owen right in front of the rim to catch the ball in traffic, and the foul on Dante Scott. 2 for Freeman.
Freeman tries to improve on his 65% conversion rate at the foul line, makes the first.
One shot, man, straight in.
Big basket a couple possessions ago. Now 2 big free throws that could put the Hawks up 5. Second one's good. 57-52. Hawks have run in 5 in a row. Maryland's gone 3 minutes without a field goal.
Now you need these stops 2 or 3 in a row.
You know who's going to try and get that field goal? That next one, Jameer Young. Hawks sitting in that zone, effective to this point. Here's Young. Passes to Scott at the foul line. Now 2 bodies hit the floor, Reese and Peyton Sanford. Here's a baseline drive. Now a throw out to the wing. Scott's 3 is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Maryland, put back up, no good. Follow up again is good by Jameer Smith. Offensive rebounds. 3 cracks at it for the Terrapins, and they crawl back to within 3. 57-52. Jameer Young got the gift there after his teammates slapped it to him. Great job by Kaiser. Jamie Kaiser kept it alive, and ultimately the conversion.
Ball fell right in his hands, 2 feet from the rim.
6.5 to play in the game. Here's Harding along the far sideline. Stop and go move, holds up. Now to Cricky. Haven't heard from Ben in a while. He's fouled by Kaiser. Cricky realizes he's got a couple inches on Kaiser. Went right at him. Cricky and Sanford need to get their offensive mojo going here in the final 6 minutes of play.
Really doing. That's one way to do it right there, Gary. Just be aggressive, attack the rim. Ben Cricky with the left hand got going his way and fouled by the freshman in there. That's Kaiser. So 2 free throws coming for Ben.
1 for 3 on the night, and Ben makes the first. He gets a couple baskets or a couple free throws. That gets him going. Made one there, and hopefully the second one. 58-54 Iowa. Second one good. Cricky now with 9. And the Hawkeyes have the lead back to 5. 59-54, 6:13 to go. This has been a defensive slugfest. Big Ten's best, highest scoring offense against the best defense. Iowa averaging 86. Maryland giving up 64. Here's a corner 3. In and out, no good. Strong rebound by Dix. Boy, Kaiser had it halfway down the hole, and it took a lap and came out. Now the Hawks slow the tempo down with 5:48 to go. Here's Harding. Drives in, high post left. Leaves it for Sanford. He's got a smaller man on him and hits the jump shot. Took Jameer Young in deep to about 12 feet. Elevated and popped it in.
Big basket there. Peyton Sanford, just 3 hoops in the game, but that one none bigger than there. Gave the Hawkeyes a 7-point lead. 5.5 to go.
61-54. Hawks have scored 9 of the last 11. Here's Young, a screen from Reese, drives inside. Ball deflected as he jumped past to the wing. Here's Kaiser driving hard right baseline. Up in the air, nowhere to go. 8 to shoot. Young's going to take Young Harding off the dribble. Harding knocks the ball away. Young forces it up. Oh, and a foul called on Freeman. Oh, my. That possession was over with. Young flailing away up in the air, threw it into bodies. He was double teamed, and they called a foul on Freeman.
Looking at the replay right there, I don't see the contact. He's got 4 fouls, though.
5:10 to go in the game. Tony Perkins up off the bench. He will come back in. What great defense by Iowa in that set. And Young gets 2 free throws, and at 90%, oh, he hexed him. He's human. He misses one. Young had made 4 straight. Owen Freeman is not happy. Well, you know, Owen will learn. There's no way Young was going to make that shot in that double team, and Owen was flailing his arms, and obviously the official saw something that we didn't think was there, but they called it. Second free throw for Young is good. He gets 1 of 2, and the Iowa lead is 6. 61-55. Now Harding loses the dribble.
Oh, he jumped on him.
He's jumped on, gets the ball back, and throws it to Peyton Sanford, who threw it away. Intended for Perkins. A turnover and a score by Maryland. 61-57. The Maryland full court pressure forces the turnover, and Deshaun Harris-Smith scores at the other end. Here's Cricky. Shot up, no good from in close, and a foul on Maryland. On the rebound is Tony Perkins. Sold out off the Ben Cricky miss, and gets fouled by Harris-Smith. That's his 3rd as the fouls continue to mount. The Hawks, Maryland is shooting the double bonus. Maryland commits its 9th team foul. So on the next one, the Hawks will be shooting the double bonus. And still 4:43 to play as Tony Perkins steps to the line.
How about the effort, though, Tony Perkins there to get in between the big guys and get his hands on that offensive possession and fouled, shoot 2.
Makes the first. Iowa by 5. 62-57. Now they're stopping to wipe up perspiration at the other end of the floor. Why not let Tony shoot his second free throw and then call timeout? Well, I suppose if he misses, then Maryland has a run out. I get it. Good call. Second free throw is good. We know Tony's not going to miss. He's 7 for 7. Iowa's lead is back to 6. 63-57. 1-2-2 for the Hawkeyes, full court. Maryland struggles to get up the floor, but they cross the timeline. Here's Young. Pass, dangerous pass in the lane, heavy traffic. Here's a corner 3 on the way. No good by Scott. Reese with an offensive rebound. Up and no good. Now collared by Peyton Sanford. Wraparound pass to Dix. Hawks are on the run, but slow it down. Here's Tony Perkins. Thought about a three, and a traveling call called on Tony. That little hesitation. He was going to shoot the three. Little hesitation and judgment there, and then tried to go around and down to the baseline around the defender and picked up his foot.
Yeah, Dante Scott beat. He was stretched out there, just picked up the pivot foot, as you said. Go with the shot fake and then the hard dribble with the left.
Each team with 13 turnovers. Iowa's lead is 6. 4:05 to play. Maryland's had some good looks from three here in the last few minutes, but perhaps fatigue setting in. Here's Young missing a runner off the lane, off the left side of the lane, and off the glass. Oh, beautiful move by Young, and that ball just crawled off the right of the iron.
Catch your breath here.
Those are tired shots, I guess we could say. The Hawks slow it down. Both teams need a break. 3:40 to play. Perkins gets in the lane. Now to the near corner and Harding. Brock motions with his hand, get out of my way. He takes the dribble back out top. A screen from Cricky. Brock weaves into the paint. Nowhere to go. Wraparound pass stolen away by Kaiser of Maryland, and he calls a timeout. 14 turnovers on the Hawkeyes. 3:28 to go. Iowa's lead is 63-57. Hawkeye basketball sponsored by 988 Lifeline. If you or someone you know needs support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. And throughout the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series, Iowa Corn promotes values that are uniquely Iowan. On behalf of Iowa's corn farmers, we salute all athletes for their hard work and determination, both on and off the field. Just like our athletes, our state leads the nation in corn and ethanol production. Follow Iowa Corn on Facebook to learn how corn grows Iowa. Thank you, Iowa Corn, for your support of Hawkeye basketball. This is Iowa basketball from Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
We're back. Well, those student managers are working overtime tonight, Bobby, trying to keep the Hawks watered down and toweled off and refreshed. And let's give them a salute. Jackson McLaughlin, a senior from Pleasant Valley. Jack Brandt, a junior from Iowa City. Colby Calvert, buddy Colby, just a sophomore from Huxley. Yu Wong, a junior from Beijing, China. Austin Holtz from Centerville, Iowa. Colin Rickardson, Max Alwis, Matthew Boylan, Drew Carpenter, and Ben Sheridan. They take good care of us on the road and at home. Thank you, student managers. Maryland basketball after the Iowa turnover. The Hawkeyes try to stop Maryland up 6, 63-57 with 3:10 to go. They get it inside to Reese. Jump hook no good, but a foul on Freeman.
Took a shot in the ribs.
That's 4 on Owen, and 2 free throws coming. Or is that his 5th? Yeah, five fouls on Owen Freeman, so that'll send Owen to the bench for the rest of the game. It's 14 points, 9 rebounds for Owen Freeman. Coach McCaffrey will use the full 60 seconds here to get a substitute in. Looks like he'll send in Oh, Brock Harding. I didn't see him slip out there in that last time out. Brock comes right back in. The Hawks go smaller with 3 guards.
Got a rebound.
Harding, Perkins, Josh Dix, Peyton Sanford, and Ben Krikke inside. Julian Reese 3 for 6 from the foul line tonight. 2 big ones here. Makes the first. 63-58. Iowa's lead is 5. It's a new season at Kohl's. Find fresh everyday styles for you and your home at great prices. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. Second one for Julian is right through. The big fella has 17 points. Well above his average of 13. Jameer Young has 14. Now here's another turnover. A bad pass by Peyton Sanford against the pressure. The full court press, and the Hawks turn it over again, and an immediate foul will send Maryland right back to the foul line.
Dante Scott, just right place, right time, as that ball was fumbled by Peyton right into the hands of Dante Scott. Here, Tony fouled.
And he's an 80% free thrower. First one's good. Not even 10 seconds have rolled off the clock, and Maryland has a chance to cut 4 points off the Iowa lead. Second one's good. 63-61. And Iowa's 6-point lead down to a possession. Dixon Harding worked the ball into the front court. Where are the Hawks going to find a scorer? Hopefully Sanford or Krikke inside, as both teams have been fouling heavy. Here's a block on Krikke from behind and out of bounds to Maryland. Julian Reese, one of the Big Ten's best shot blockers, got Krikke from behind. That's his 5th block shot of the night. Maryland has a chance to get it tied with 2:38 to go. Hawks need a stop. Harris Smith, they spread the floor.
Don't stay zone.
Young. Here's Scott in the corner. He can shoot the 3, puts it on the floor.
Travel.
Oh, and he walked, an obvious walk. Fortunately, Tony Perkins peeled the ball away anyway. No whistle off the walk by Scott, but the Hawks turn him over anyway. 2:13 to go. 63-61. The next Maryland foul puts Iowa in the double bonus.
Attack.
Here's Krikke. Sanford setting up inside. Now he comes out. Gets the ball from Harding. Back to Brock. Brock lobs up a 3. No good. Not even close. And rebounded by Maryland. Hawks cannot find a shot against this Maryland defense. Hawks have gone 3 minutes without a score after building the lead back to 6.
During that time, 3 turnovers.
Yeah, Maryland again shoots for the lead, or shoots for the lead with a 3, or get it tied with a 2. 63-61. Minute 30 to play. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Young around 2 defenders. Step back 3. Good. Brother. Maryland's in the lead. 64-63 is their leader. Jameer Young knocks down a triple. And a minute 14 to go. I'm getting the ball in Tony Perkins' hands, and I'm letting him go to the basket.
Over here.
Harding to Krikke. Here's Tony. Turns the corner, drives in on Young, and a blocking foul called on Jameer Young.
Good call there, Coach.
No way Young was set. He ends up on the floor, and Perkins will shoot 2. Minute 3 to play. Jameer Young. Maryland was 5 for 13 from 3 until that last one went down. Look at the Hawks, 3 for 14. Free throw is good by Tony. That ties it at 64 with a minute 3 to play. Now Tony can give the Hawks the lead back at 65-64. Good. Tony Perkins clutch. He's got 18. Hawks need a stop here, brother.
Yeah, they really do. Stop and a rebound and attack on the other end and get to the free throw line. Win this thing at the line.
58 seconds to go in regulation. Here's Scott to Reese. Back to Scott. Hawks man-to-man. They come out of the zone. Scott for Reese. He rifles a pass nearly out of bounds, but saved from going out of bounds by Deshaun Harris-Smith. 5 to shoot. Young for 3 more, hits it. Unbelievable. Well, he waited all night, but He's rallied on back-to-back threes, and Maryland has a 2-point lead with 30 seconds to go in the game. My, oh my, oh my, Jameer Young.
Had him bottled up most of the night, Gary.
He's at his average now. 20 points, back-to-back 3-point goals. And the Hawks are playing from behind with 30.8 to go, 22 on the shot clock. The Hawks get it tied. Maryland will have the last say-so in regulation anyway. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10-second ID break on the Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Iowa Basketball. Thanks for listening in up in Iowa Falls, the home of the Howard family. KIFG 95.3 FM, 1510 AM. Out in Omaha, it's KXCB, AM and FM, 1420 and 106.5. In Dubuque, WDBQ, 107.5 FM. And in Red Oak, KOAK, AM and FM, 1080 on the AM dial, 102.3 on the FM dial. Hawkeye Basketball is sponsored by the Iowa Lottery. Join the Iowa Lottery VIP Club and enter to win game day tickets to see Hawkeye Basketball with a countdown to Carver promotion. Play Hawkeye Gold scratch tickets today. And Bud & Mary's has the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Getting a medical card is fast and easy online. Visit budmary.com to learn more. But the Hawks have 22 seconds on the shot clock, 30.8 on the game clock. And it comes to Tony Perkins, Iowa down 2. And Perkins is fouled. Tony drove it right into the defender, Deshaun Harris-Smith. And an easy call for the official.
It's a good play there by Tony.
28.9 to play, 20 seconds on, well, the shot clock doesn't matter. Maryland can take it right down. Right now, Tony needs 2 free throws to get it tied. Makes the first, 67-66. Maryland. Back-to-back threes by Jameer Young. Second free throw is good, and it's a tie game. Hawks need a hold to get it to overtime, or at least get a turnover. Young
get a steal, yeah.
Jump passes to Harris-Smith, and timeout Maryland. 21.2 to go. Now Kevin Willard will draw up something on the grease board. This will be a full timeout. Hawkeye Basketball has been sponsored tonight by Growmark. You're looking for bigger, bolder, better yields? FS Envision seed corn and FS High Soy soybeans are here to change the game. Our seed products deliver winning results every single time. Reach out to your local FS retailer or visit fsseed.com and learn more. Well, hardly a foul was called in the first half. Boy, they have been whistle happy here in the second half. And it's come down to this. Maryland just used its last timeout.
And you got to block out, Gary. When that shot goes up, you put everybody block out, have them come over your back. Don't allow any offensive rebounds.
For sure. And Owen Freeman on the bench, fouled out. Maryland trying to win here for the first time in a while. 5 years ago, and Maryland won here. Hawkeyes have done very well in this series. Right now, Maryland's trying to steal one. Thanks to a big boost from their superstar, Jameer Young, who was really bottled up in the first half. He now has 20 points, but none bigger than the back-to-back three-point goals in this stretch that gave Maryland the lead. 8 lead changes, 5 ties, and nothing decided yet. 67 all with 21.2 seconds to go. Harris-Smith will inbound. Hawks have Peyton Sanford, Tony Perkins, Ben Prickey, Desante Bowen in the game, along with Josh Dix. Brock Harding is out for the moment. And it comes to Young. Maryland with no timeouts left, and
Hawks will go man-to-man.
Maryland's going to go for the win in regulation. Jameer Young will go at Josh Dix. 10 seconds. Young still dribbling at the half-court stripe. And now he goes. Stop and go move. Gets to the paint. Lays it up and in. 1.5 to go. And man, did he make it look easy.
Just left hand. He let him get over there to his strong hand and no resistance at the rim. Basket by Jameer Young.
69-67. Maryland has the lead. Iowa calls timeout. 1.5 to play. I'm not sure what they're reviewing, but
time on the clock.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. All plays under review are sponsored by Athletico. Physical therapy is the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or surgery. What if the best way to fix your pain is to start where you normally finish? The sooner you start with physical therapy, you change everything. It all starts with no prescription needed at Athletico. Thank you, Athletico. Hawks are at Michigan Saturday. Both teams have won 3 games in the Big Ten. Iowa 3-4. Maryland is 3-5. Terps have had a rough road swing here at Illinois, at Northwestern. Tough 2-point home loss Sunday to Michigan State, and now they're trying to steal one here in Iowa City. Iowa had an 8-point lead early in the game. Neither team has been able to have a huge run tonight because of the other's defense. But Jameer Young has caught fire at an opportune time for Maryland. He's got 22 points. Halftime, he was nowhere near double figures. He had 5 at halftime. Hit that corner 3, Bobby. That got him going. Then he got 3 straight free throws. He's got 22 to lead Maryland. 17 for Julian Reese.
Talented. Both those guys right there.
Yeah, for sure. 9 rebounds and 5 block shots for Reese.
Hawks got 1.7 now they've put back on the clock.
Couple tenths, but they've got to come the length of the floor.
And Tony Perkins to fire one up.
And Dasani Bowen, either that or foul him shooting the 3. See what Coach McCaffrey has drawn up. Bowen now throws it to Peyton Sanford. He lets fly at the buzzer, way short. Didn't draw iron, and Maryland defeats Iowa 69-67. That's the final. Stay with us for the U.S. Cellular postgame show here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You've been listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Also brought to you by Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Shelter Insurance. Find an agent for your auto, home, and life at shelterinsurance.com. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Authentic Brand. It's more than just a label, it's a statement. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. By your local Ford dealers. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. This is the U.S. Cellular postgame show. U.S. Cellular, built for the Hawkeyes. Built for silencing notifications and turning up the noise. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Maryland catches the Hawkeyes in the end and pulls out a 69-67 victory over Iowa here at Carver Hawkeye Arena tonight. Welcome back to our postgame show, sponsored by U.S. Cellular. Iowa loses for the first time this season, Bobby Hansen, when leading at the half. The Hawks had been 11-0 up until tonight, and I guess if you're going to get beat, you want to get beat by a great player, and Jameer Young is all that. Pretty quiet in the first half, only had 5 points. Maryland's leading scorer, averaging 23 a game, but he found his groove in the second half, hit 2 late back-to-back threes, step-back threes, tough shots to give Maryland the lead. The Hawkeyes, meanwhile, were empty. No field goals in the last 5:44 of the game. Tony Perkins did knock down 6 clutch free throws to give Iowa a chance, but Jameer Young with that driving score for a layup with 1.7 to go sealed it.
Yeah, it was, and it was all Jameer Young at the end there, and defense just tightened up even more for Maryland there down the stretch. Tony Perkins has 6 out of 6 free throw shooting, but yeah, that one's a kick in the stomach right there, Gary, as the Hawks were playing well. They were rebounding the basketball, scoring in the paint. Owen Freeman goes out with the 5 fouls, and Jameer Young gets a free lane to the basket for the game winner.
Mr. Outside, Mr. Inside, Julian Reese, who played almost 38 of the 40 minutes, had 17 points, but he came in here one of the top shot blockers in college basketball and swatted away 5 tonight.
Yeah, he did. He's just long in there, and he comes from behind you, knocks shots away, and yeah, heck of a game by Julian Reese. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 5 block shots.
Hawkeyes led by 6 at the half and led by 6 late in the game. And Young's back-to-back threes caught the Hawkeyes in the blink of an eye, and the final score, thanks to Young's driving layup, is Maryland 69 and the Hawkeyes 67. Our postgame show is sponsored by U.S. Cellular. As a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. We'll come back and talk to Brock Harding. We'll have him in our postgame show as our Old Dominion best in the game. Brock with 2 great assists tonight, found Tony Perkins and Josh Dix for wide open threes, and that shot the Hawks into that 6-point lead, but the Hawks couldn't hang on and lose it 69-67. Bobby Hansen is off to the Hawkeye locker room to visit with Fran McCaffrey as Iowa falls to 11-8 on the year, 3-5 in the Big Ten. Maryland jumps over the Hawkeyes. The Hawks hopefully can return the favor when we go to Maryland in a few weeks for the return match. Maryland now 4-5 in conference play and 12 victories against 7 defeats on the season. Back with more U.S. Cellular postgame show in a minute. We'll check the scoreboard and check the stat sheet courtesy of Hy-Vee. That's next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon when you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called? It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loans subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation, Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
Hawkeye Basketball postgame coverage brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Hawks lose a heartbreaker here, 69-67 at home. Jameer Young dribbled around 2 Hawkeye defenders that I could tell, maybe a third, to score with 1.7 remaining in the game. This after he had back-to-back threes. And Maryland does just enough to pull out the victory after trailing by as many as 8 in the first half, 6 at halftime, 6 late in the game, but back-to-back threes by Young caught the Hawkeyes, tied the game up at 67. And then, of course, the driving score for a layup to pull it out of the fire. Iowa goes the last 5 minutes and 44 seconds of the game without a field goal. Tony Perkins with another spectacular effort as we go to our Hy-Vee stat recap, sponsored by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. Tony again led the charge for the Hawkeyes tonight with, in the end, 20 points, 4 field goals, 11 for 11 from the foul line. Tony Perkins with another spectacular effort, 20 points, just 2 turnovers in 32 minutes played to lead Iowa. The only other double-figure scorer was Owen Freeman. Before fouling out, Owen scored 14 points and plucked 9 rebounds, hit 6 of 11 shots before fouling out. Freeman, who only played 20 minutes in the Purdue game on Saturday due to foul issues, did get 28 minutes in tonight, and it's good to see him continuing to mature. Ben Krikke, he was a guarded man, 3 of 11 from the field, just 9 total points on the game, 4 rebounds for Ben. Peyton Sanford, 10 below his season average, 0 for 4 from 3, and 6 total points. 8 for Josh Dix, 4 each for Evan Bronze and Patrick McCaffrey, who returned from a sprained ankle but played only 9.5 minutes. Evan Bronze, I thought, gave the Hawks great effort off the bench, 4 points and 3 rebounds. For the game, Iowa shoots 24 of 57. That's 42%. 3 of 14 from 3. That's back-to-back games where the Hawks have really struggled from the perimeter. Thankfully, they got to the foul line 18 times and made 16. More on that in our Latham Seeds free throw recap. For the Maryland Terrapins, they shoot 46%, 23 of 50. 7 3-point balls in 15 attempts, 7 of 15 from deep, 14 of 20 from the free throw line. And led in scoring by, guess who? Number 1. He sure is number 1. Jameer Young caught fire in that second half, had 5 points at halftime, and then they fed him the ball, and he got going in the second half. 20 total points, including 5 of 6 from the foul line. He also had 7 rebounds. Maryland with 8 offensive rebounds, and many of those came late. 14 points for Dante Scott, including a pair of 3-point goals, a big one that tied it up late in the game. 17 points, 9 rebounds for Julian Reese. He averages 13 and 10, so he's above his average in points scored and right on his average in rebounds, but 5 block shots for the 6'9" Reese. The older brother of Angel Reese, the brother-sister combination who has made some headlines down at LSU, as we're all aware of. 6 points each for Deshaun Harris-Smith and for Jahari Long. 4 points for Jordan Geronimo, the former Indiana Hoosier. He was in foul trouble most of the night. The Hawks did out-rebound Maryland 36-29 with 13 offensive. Second chance points were about even, though. Points off turnovers were even, 11-10 in Iowa's favor. Hawks had a decided advantage in paint scores in the first half, but Maryland evened that up in the second half. More on that a little bit later on when Spahn and Rose recaps our paint scores. 8 lead changes, 5 ties. Maryland wins at 69-67 on a layup with 1.7 to go by Jameer Young. For the game, the Hawks end up with 14 turnovers. Do I have that right? Yes, 14 each team had 14 turnovers, and yet points off turnovers are just a 1-point differential, but too many turnovers as well for both teams for that matter. But you credit the defense. I mean, Maryland came in here with the best defense in the Big Ten and one of the top 10 defenses in the country, allowing but 64 points. The Hawks got 69, but far off their average of 86. So the best defense wins again tonight by a score of 69-67. That's our Hy-Vee stat recap. Score big savings with the all-new totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. Coming up, Fran McCaffrey talks with Bobby Hansen in the Hawkeye locker room. We'll give you our hot Hawkeye for the night and our best in the game, Brock Harding. That's all ahead here on the U.S. Cellular postgame show. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
The big game, family, friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. Gary Dolphin with our best in the game, Brock Harding, point guard Brock Harding, the freshman from Moline, courtesy of Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in their game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. And that is Brock Harding, the freshman who played 15 minutes tonight. Probably feels like you played 40. I mean, you were working hard against obviously a very good defense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's they get up into you and they pressure the whole game. So,
you know, that first half they let a lot of contact go. That didn't happen in the second half. Unfortunately, that helped get the Terrapins back in it. But describe your game, the learning experience for you playing a defense like this, the best in the Big Ten.
I think just mainly as the point guard, I got to execute down the stretch. I had one turnover and then lost the ball in the backcourt another time. That kind of hurt us. That let them go on a little bit of a run. And, I mean, I got to come in and take care of the ball. So that kind of led to their run continuing after I came in. So,
well, these are great learning moments for you, though, right, Brian?
For sure, yeah.
And unfortunately, Owen fouled out, couldn't be in there at the end of the game. Young's play the layup at the end. What was the Iowa defense trying to do? What happened there?
The idea was to not let him get the shot at all, but, he got the catch, and, he's a really good player, as you saw down the stretch, and he kind of just got downhill. He's good change of pace, and then kind of got the open layup at the end.
There's a reason he's all Big Ten and one of the best players in the country. And you had him bottled up. The first half he had, I think, 5 points, 4 points, 5 points. Boy, those step-back threes, though, late to tie the game, really got him going, didn't it?
Yep, he does it about every game, and that was something we talked about. But can't let him do it again when we play him over there. So
no field goals for the Hawkeyes in the final 5:44. Was there anything particular Maryland was doing there?
I think we had a couple turnovers in the backcourt, and then we were kind of snagged in on the offensive end. They were aggressive, and they were kind of calling fouls, so we either got some free throws or had a turnover. So just kind of learning from that, trying to take care of the ball, get open shots. They were playing from behind, so they were kind of gambling. We could have got some open layups or open threes, but.
Well, hey, it's got to be fun out there learning from a guy like Tony Perkins, huh?
For sure, yeah. He's one of my favorite people to play with, and, he always comes ready to go. So,
talk about your learning curve from the start of the year to now and your progression.
I'd say more into Big Ten play. It's just a lot more physical, scouted a lot better. You see teams they just know what they're doing on defense, know who they're guarding. So just kind of figuring out how to play against that. We scout the teams a lot as well, so we're just kind of figuring out how to put it together, what we practice, what we go over and scout, just trying to put that into the game and come out on top in our next couple few.
Brock Harding, our guest here, the Old Dominion best in the game. Well, hopefully you can pull the same plug on Michigan Saturday on the road.
For sure.
They got you here in early December, and it's never easy on the road in the Big Ten, but Maryland proved tonight that you can win on the road. And as for you, I know you enjoy atmospheres like that on the road. You've had visiting crowd or home crowds yelling at you for years.
Yeah, right? For sure. Yeah, it's always fun to go into somebody else's place and get a win, and that's exactly what we're going to try to do on Saturday.
Yeah, you're a spark plug, a firefly. You have no doubt this team will bounce back.
For sure.
All right, thanks, Brock. Thanks for coming out, bud. Brock Harding, our star of the game, our Old Dominion best in the game, courtesy of our friends at Old Dominion Freight Lines. Old Dominion works hard to be the best in their game, and proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Brock was a big part of Iowa's best stretch in that second half. Eyes in the side and back of his head, he found Tony Perkins in heavy traffic for a deep three from the corner, and then somehow found Josh Dix when he was double teamed for a three from deep in the left wing that ultimately put Iowa up 6. But the Hawks could not finish the game, or finish it out anyway, thanks to Jameer Young and Julian Reese. And the Terps rally for a 69-67 victory. Our thanks to Brock Harding, our Old Dominion best in the game. Our postgame coverage is brought to you by U.S. Cellular. As a proud sponsor of the Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Back with more postgame in a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon. When you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called? It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loans subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau. But depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
Hawkeyes led the game for 33 and a half minutes. Maryland led for 3. But, of course, all that matters is who's ahead when the clock strikes 0 or midnight. And in this case, the carriage turned back into a pumpkin. The Hawkeyes lose it late to the Maryland Terrapins 69-67 after leading by as many as 8, led by 6 at the half. But the J-Boys, Jameer Young and Julian Reese, rally Maryland to the 2-point win. Let's relive some of the moments from the Hawkeyes' perspective. Tony Perkins had another terrific game tonight, scoring 20 points. That's 5 games this season, maybe 6. I'll double check on that, where Tony's had 20 or more points. And he got the Hawkeyes off and running. Terps with the ball. Here's Harris Smith to Jameer Young. His jump pass knocked away by Perkins, stolen away by Freeman. Down to Perkins, and a monster dunk. A hammer down dunk. He flushed it, did Perkins. Iowa has the lead 4-3 up. After on the next possession, the Hawks get a stop. Perkins goes more the conventional way. 17:29 to play in the first half. Iowa with the lead at 4-3. Perkins muscles his way inside, hits the pop-up jumper. Top of the key, just inside the key, about 12 feet away. And Tony Perkins picks right up where he left off Saturday. As part of a 6-0 run, and became an 8-0 run when Peyton Sanford scored on the next Iowa possession. And the Hawks had a 5-point lead 5 minutes into the game. After a Maryland 3-ball, Tony Perkins gets 3 back, a conventional way, a layup and a free throw. And it comes to Krikke from Perkins. Ben retreats to the wing. Draws a double team, right of the lane. Hits a cutting Tony Perkins. Shot up and good, and a foul call. With the left hand, that drew the contact. Tony switched hands in midair, tucked it down through, and an and one. And the Hawks led by 4, 8 minutes into the game. Maryland closed back to within 2. The Hawks spurted back ahead on a Evan Braun's putback. And Patrick McCaffrey hopped off the bench. He had missed a couple games with a sprained ankle. It was good to get Patrick back in the lineup tonight. Here's McCaffrey from Harding. Inside he goes to the baseline right. And Owen Freeman right back to Patrick. 7:55 to play in the half. Step back jumper. Good by Patrick McCaffrey. He is so good going to his left. And then the step back. Patrick with a couple early baskets led the Hawks to a 6-point advantage, 20-14. It became an 8-point lead on a Krikke basket, 22-14. And then the Hawks went up by their widest margin on the next possession. Here's Freeman. Right wing for Dix. Curls around a Freeman screen. Right back to Owen. He's grabbed but scores anyway. That would have been a holding call in the NFL. 6:20 to go in the first half. The Hawks had a 24-14 advantage, but couldn't build on it from there. Maryland got going with big Julian Reese inside. They got back to within 5. 5 quick points. A Freeman layup and a free throw put Iowa back up 7 at 28-21. Hawks went back up 9 after a stop with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Arms up high, ball above his head. Here's Freeman. Right wing for Dix. Curls around a Freeman screen. Right back to Owen. He's grabbed but scores anyway. Owen Freeman 14 points and 9 rebounds on the night. And that basket put Iowa up 9, 30-21 with the assist to Dix. After a score, a 3-ball by Maryland, Ben Krikke puts the Hawks back up 8 with 2.5 to go in the first half. That shot. Hawks are right back running. Jump shot up and in by Ben Krikke. Good find there to Krikke, but Krikke with a nice catch in traffic went up and scored 32-24. Iowa up 8 there. Iowa led by 6 at the half, 34-28, and all the while holding Jameer Young to just 5 first-half points. He averages 23 on the season. You knew he would get it going at some point. We didn't know he'd get going that good. Those step-back threes at the end of the game. The second half started. Maryland closed to within 5. The Hawks rallied back. Josh Dix hits a long-range jumper in the first minute of the second period. So Iowa puts another 20 seconds up on the shot clock. And in it comes Harding to Freeman. Brock with a shot fake. Pop-up jumper good in the lane. Freeman got it right back to him. Set a screen, and hopefully that gets Brock going. Tie game at 50. Brock Harding with 1 basket, 2 big assists in that stretch, too, after Maryland fought back and took the lead behind Young and Reese. Harding's floater in the lane put Iowa, at least got Iowa back to a tie at 50-50. A moment later, the Hawks took the lead after a stop and win. Freeman's putback put Iowa up 52-50. Maryland tied it, and then Josh Dix off a nice dish from Brock Harding again gives the Hawkeyes the lead with 8 minutes to play. Underneath, out of bounds again. Harding to Freeman. Brock drives through the baseline to Dix on the wing. His three is good. Brock Harding with 2 great assists, 1 to Perkins, and now to Dix for a 3-point goal. Iowa led 55-52, got the lead to 6 thanks to free throws from Ben Krikke after a Maryland score. Perkins hit 2. In fact, Tony hit 6 free throws in the final 5 minutes of the game. But Iowa's last field goal was a Peyton Sanford jumper with 5:44 remaining. That put Iowa up 7, and Maryland's best in the league defense tightened up. Hawks did get to the foul line, but Jameer Young's 2 back-to-back threes, and then that driving layup around 2 Iowa defenders to give Maryland the lead, 69-67 with 1.7 to go. That was the difference in the ballgame. Maryland pulls it up, 69-67. Some of the highlights on tonight's game. The Hawks led by as many as 10 in the first half, shot 50% in that first half, and really defensively played well enough to win tonight, but Maryland was a little bit better defensively and wins at 69-67. And that's our highlight recap. We're coming back to hear from Fran McCaffrey and from head coach Kevin Willard of Maryland. That's next here on the U.S. Cellular Postgame Show. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, a AAA 4-diamond luxury property located just a few minutes from the Eastern Iowa Airport in downtown Cedar Rapids. Whether you're visiting for business or pleasure, the hotel is happy to welcome you. To make reservations, visit thehotelatKirkwood.com.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Tough one for the Hawks here at home tonight. Maryland rallies for a 69-67 victory over the Hawkeyes. Let's go into the Iowa locker room, see how Fran McCaffrey saw it. He's sponsored with our Bobby Hansen, of course. He's sponsored by the Iowa John Deere dealers, including our friends at P&K Midwest in Hiawatha. Here's Bobby.
Coach, those are hard to take, these home Big Ten losses, and you had it. You had it right there. I thought you did a great job on Jameer Young all night long, and he just got loose a little bit there in the second half. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, that was disappointing. We did a good job on him in the first half. He's a late game guy, and he gets 8 points down the stretch. That's unacceptable. So disappointed in that, but disappointed in the turnovers. And we turned the ball over. You have a lead late. You got to protect the lead, take care of the ball. So we turned it over. I thought Tony made some great plays to give us the lead back and then tie the game. So we had some fight there. Owen was in foul trouble. That hurts because he was playing well, and we were really small there, and trouble rebounded a little bit in that situation. But we fouled too much in the second half. They were in the double bonus early, and that's makes it hard to win.
And, Coach, rebound numbers were much better than the other night. I thought you guys really battled on the boards and won the battle points in the paint, probably because of Owen and Tony Perkins' aggressive drives to the basket.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job with getting the ball to Owen at times. It's a shame that he really couldn't play down the stretch because of the foul trouble that he was in, and then he fouled out. He's got to learn. He'll get there. I mean, he's a tremendous player, tremendous person. But he was a little unsure, and this is a really athletic, powerful team.
Coach, talk about getting Patrick back. I thought he brought some energy there in the first half, got a couple of baskets, and really playing with a lot of enthusiasm.
I thought he did in the first half. In the second half, he struggled a little bit. I took him out. Probably should have gone back to him a little bit, but I went with those other guys.
And Josh Dick's defense, the decision to put Josh on Jameer Young there in the first half, I thought really paid dividends. You had a 6-point lead at half.
Yeah, and Young only had one basket, but he's a down the stretch guy. He takes all the shots at the end, and that's what really hurts. You got to lose the game if you're going to lose the game with somebody else shooting the ball.
And Coach Brock Harding, he had a lot of minutes in the second half. You trusted him, and I thought he had 2 really nice assists for, I think, 3-point baskets in the middle of the second half.
He made 2 great plays, but he can't turn the ball over. You cannot turn the ball over when you're a 1 or 2 possession game coming down the last 5 minutes. And he wasn't the only one. We had a number of turnovers, and that makes it hard.
Coach, as hard as these are to take for players, coaches, and everybody, how do you bounce back? How do you let this one go and move on to the next?
Well, you learn from it. You break it down, and you make sure you don't make those same mistakes again. We got a tough team coming up on the road on Saturday, and we'll stay positive, get them ready.
Okay, Coach, thanks for your time.
Appreciate it, Bobby.
Yeah, back-to-back road trips now to Michigan Saturday and Indiana next Tuesday. 2 teams like Iowa stung by tough losses here of late, so they'll be mad on their home court, but the Hawks will show up and hopefully, as Coach McCaffrey said, learn from this tough loss tonight and go get a couple of tough wins on the road at the Chrysler Center and Assembly Hall. He mentioned Owen Freeman. Owen had another block shot tonight. He's got 31 blocks this season. That's the 7th most by a freshman in Iowa program history. We just got to keep Owen on the floor more than 20 to 25 minutes. Thanks to Coach McCaffrey. He's brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers each and every game day. Our post-game visit with Fran is courtesy of P&K Midwest. At P&K Midwest, we have the John Deere tractor you want at the price you need. At P&K Midwest, you can afford it. Shop online at pnk.com/tractors. By the way, that Michigan game is 4 o'clock. Iowa time Saturday afternoon. Will be on the air at 3. Let's give you the points in the paint, courtesy of Spahn and Rose. Iowa had a lopsided advantage in the first half. Maryland evened that up with some drives and scores in the second half. But the Hawks win the points in the paint 40-34. Why wait to repaint your home to freshen it up to sell? Take a quick trip to your local Spahn and Rose. Pick up some new colors from the Valspar paint rack and start painting so you can enjoy it now. For interior makeovers, only Valspar Medallion Paint and Primer has color affinity for one-coat color that lasts. For exteriors, it provides fast, resistant color, coverage, and true weather-tight toughness. Start here and finish with perfection at your local Spahn and Rose. Iowa with 40 paint scores to 34 for the Terrapins tonight. But Maryland pulls it out 69-67 on a driving layup by Jameer Young. More post-game, courtesy of U.S. Cellular's coming up. We'll hear from Kevin Willard, the head coach of the Maryland Terrapins, next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
The big game, family, friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. While farmers work hard to grow the best crop, their Iowa corn checkoff investments are hard at work too. Opening local and global markets for corn and corn-fed products, educating drivers on unleaded 88 as the best fuel at the pump, finding new uses for corn, and sharing the farmer's story. Iowa corn farmers are backed by researchers, educators, market experts, and more to keep corn growing Iowa.
True cannabis products like concentrates, vapes, tablets, creams are available legally in Iowa, but only at licensed medical dispensaries. Get a med card online, quick and easy. I got mine in less than a day. Chronic pain is the most common condition. Search for Bud & Mary's online or call their dispensary to learn how you can get your med card. Bud & Mary's grows real cannabis, not hemp. That means their products contain real THC with no percentage limits. Find an Iowa licensed dispensary near you at budmary.com.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. Maryland pulls it out of the fire, defeats the Hawkeyes 69-67. Let's check the charity stripe recap, courtesy of our friends at Latham Seeds. Iowa got to the foul line tonight. Tony Perkins sure did. The Hawks made 16 of 18 from the charity stripe. 11 for 11 was Tony Perkins. He was our hot Hawkeye, as you'll hear shortly. Maryland got to the line 20 times, made 14. So the Hawks get 2 more free throws, but lose it by 2, 69-67. That's the charity stripe recap, brought to you by Latham High-Tech Seeds. Just like the Hawkeyes with their diverse talents, no seed company has more trait and genetic diversity than Latham High-Tech Seeds. Thank you to Latham Seeds for supporting Hawkeye basketball and the American Cancer Society through the Hawkeye charity stripe promotion all season long on this week that is Suits and Sneakers Week on behalf of the American Cancer Society and Coaches versus Cancer. Speaking of coaches, the head man at Maryland, a big win for his program as Iowa holds on for that 69-67 win. And Coach Willard said after the game that, we got Jameer Young for a reason. He's our leader. That's why he wears #1 on the back of his jersey. And despite just 5 points at the half, he got going, caught fire in the second half, hit those 2 step-back threes, and then the driving layup to pull it out of the fire for the Terrapins.
Yeah, I mean, he's just, I think, it's his attitude more than anything. We got down, we weren't playing very good, and he was the guy in the huddle that was like, hey, guys, come on, man. Like, we've been here before. We could do this again. Not only does he play hard, Gene, but he's got such a great attitude. That's why he's playing so well, is because he doesn't get down. He doesn't get down on his teammates. He just keeps playing hard. He's a special young man.
It seemed like you just flipped the switch in the second half, 17 points after a little rough first half. Did you say anything to him, or was it him just taking it upon himself?
No, I mean, I think he didn't play well last game. Yeah. And so he gets down on himself a little bit, and sometimes you just got to let him. I've learned how to coach him. I sometimes just got to let him figure it out, and he's playing hard. He was doing a lot of good things on defense. I just kept telling him, like, hey, my man, it's going to come. Just keep sticking with it. And, the tempo got up a little bit faster for us. He got a couple easy layups. He got an and one. He got to the free throw line. And I think that kind of helped him relax a little bit.
And defensively hold the #1 scoring team to almost 20 points below their average. What did you see on that end of the court?
Well, the big thing with Iowa, in my opinion, is they do such a good job of getting twos that if you let them get their twos and then you give up threes, you have no chance of beating them. So you got to pick your poison. And at home, I'm not we weren't going to give them 3-point shots.
And the importance of both getting a road win and then a single possession game that they're able
Yeah,
to
I mean, it feels good. I mean, every road game, obviously a tough Michigan State loss, but we've been playing well on the road, so that to get Illinois now, to get an Iowa win, it's those in this league are huge.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, you.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Coach Willard, Kevin Willard, on his team's rally for victory tonight after being down 10. They win at 69-67, and they're all Big Ten candidate. Jameer Young was a difference maker. 5 points at halftime, 17 in the second half, 22 points for Young on the night. He is a special player, and he was big when this team won at Illinois less than 2 weeks ago and rallied to beat the Hawks here tonight, 69-67. Those are two precious wins come tournament time. Appreciate Coach Willard's comments on his post-game review. We'll conclude tonight with a U.S. Bank scoreboard. And our hot Hawkeye, Tony Freeman, played 28 minutes. And for the fifth time this season, Tony had 20-plus points. He was 6 of 11 from the field and had 11 made free throws, 11 of 11 from the foul line for Tony. Didn't have any threes, but check that. I'm wrong here. Owen Freeman was our hot Hawkeye. Played 28 minutes tonight. Owen Freeman with our hot Hawkeye, courtesy of the Lennox Dealers of Iowa. Owen had 14 points, made 6 baskets, 2 of 3 from the foul line, had 9 rebounds, a block shot, and an assist. Owen Freeman, before fouling out late in the game, the officials let the game go in the first half. It really tightened it up in the second half. And, for the true freshman from Moline, he'll grow. He'll learn how to, dish out contact and take contact as his career stretches out. He and Brock Harding in some tough situations here tonight, but that's a learning curve that true freshmen are on, especially when they have to play a lot at this level. So Owen Freeman is our hot Hawkeye, heating up the nets tonight, courtesy of our Lennox Dealers of Iowa. Denny's Service in Cherokee. Stop in and see 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Des Moines. In Fairfield, it's affordable service. In Marshalltown, B&G HVAC. And out in Sioux City, stop in and say hi to Langle's Plumbing and Heating. All 5-star award-winning Lennox Dealers of Iowa. They're there to warm up your home, make sure the fireplace is running all winter long, as it does warm up a little bit here in the next couple days around the Hawkeye State. Lennox, a proud supporter and longtime sponsor of Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Let's conclude our postgame show courtesy of U.S. Cellular with a U.S. Bank scoreboard. When you invest in a community, the community invests in you. That's U.S. Bank's motto. They are committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of their customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. So the Hawks lose here at home to Maryland 69-67. Elsewhere in the Big Ten, one other game tonight, 10th-ranked Illinois is playing at Northwestern, and we all know how difficult it is to win in Evanston. The Wildcats trail Illinois. It's 29-28, 2.5 minutes to play in the first half over at Welsh Ryan Arena. Drake trying to hold on at Missouri State and get a precious road win in the Missouri Valley. The Bulldogs lead 65-63 with under a minute to go at Missouri State. Iowa State is out to a 10-point lead with 12 minutes gone in the opening half at Hilton Coliseum. The 23rd-ranked Cyclones lead Kansas State 29-19. Around the country, number 8 Auburn trails at Alabama 66-63. 22nd-ranked Florida Atlantic has a 7-point lead at Rice with 3 minutes to go. And 14th-ranked Marquette leads DePaul 44-30 in Chicago late in the first half. And the word we're getting here this evening is Jim Harbaugh is leaving Michigan. He will become the next head coach of the L.A. Chargers. More on that as the night progresses. That'll conclude our U.S. Cellular postgame show. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Sorry we didn't have better news for you, as the Hawkeyes led all but 3 minutes of this 40-minute tussle with Maryland and lose it in the end on a driving score by Jameer Young, 69-67. We'll speak next from Michigan on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock for the pregame show, 4 o'clock for the tip, the Hawks and the Michigan Wolverines. Until then, for Bobby Hansen, for our engineer-producer Corey Sheets, I'm Gary Dolphin. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. The final score again from Iowa City, Maryland 69 and the Hawkeyes 67. Good night. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
You've been listening to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. U.S. Cellular, built for the Hawkeyes. Built for silencing notifications and turning up the noise. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Mid-American Energy. Look up, look out for overhead power lines. Visit midamericanenergy.com for electrical safety tips. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. And by United Healthcare, committed to helping people live healthier lives. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.